in fact, all the processes of witchcraft allegations. Unfortunately, as you are aware, the president of the country has taken the position that the private members bill is not the way it should take.
Joseph Adol is Commissioner for Shraj. Now, that's the sound of confusion that erupted at a prayer ground in Bali as disputes arose over leadership between the Sakpari clan and some Muslims. This led to property damage and panic among attendees. Security forces, including the FBU, intervened to restore calm and mitigate a further escalation of the situation. We'll be following up on that beat. Meanwhile, we congratulate Muslims today as they celebrate the Eid and then wish them well for today. We'll be following up on that subsequently. Now, time for Tech Thursday. Disease outbreaks in remote areas of Ghana are most often reported late or underreported due to lack of avenues to channel these reports to inform relevant national intervention. The Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology is working on a mobile application which makes it easy for undeserved communities to access healthcare. Love FM's Chrissy Debra has more for Tech Thursday.
The mobile application, which has been developed under the MESTI mHealth project, can operate with or without internet. It has two sections, a part for ordinary Ghanaians and a place for medical personnel. The app will be used to gather data on disease symptoms, which will then be analyzed by medical personnel for swift intervention. To address language barriers, the app is equipped with language translation features. Beyond this, users can seek virtual consultation and emergency care, among others. Dr. Rosemary Usua-Mensah Jinin is principal investigator of the project.
We are looking at a point where people will use the app, provide some information on, let's say, symptoms, and then we can come up to a certain point where we can say that we feel that people in the northern region are complaining about these symptoms within this time of the year.
And that was Love FM's Chrissy Debra with Tech Thursday. Now, American rapper Ja Rule is in Ghana for the second time and has laid the foundation to begin a new school, Nyonso Anglican School, in Lower Menya Krobo in the Eastern region. The American rapper views this project as a profound opportunity to give back. Now, my colleague Jacqueline Ansumayebo has more on this report.
During his second visit to the country, American rapper Ja Rule has embarked on a mission to build a school at Nyonso Anglican School in Lower Menya Krobo in the Eastern region. But this isn't just any construction project. For Ja Rule, it's an opportunity to lay down tracks of empowerment and make a lasting impact.
Ghana! This is an amazing opportunity. I'm very, very honored to be here, happy to be a part of this groundbreaking of this new 6-classroom block to build a school in the middle of Africa for my people. And for me, education is the pillar of community.
Ja Rule, who has been in the country for more than 48 hours, has this to say about Ghana.
It's been amazing, man. You know, so far so good. It's, people are real, welcoming. So I've been enjoying my trip so far. It's been amazing.
Teaming up with Ja Rule on this initiative is none other than Pencils of Promise, a global.
And that was Jacqueline Ansumayebo's report, bringing us to the end of the bulletin this morning. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
You know, Papa, see that? And it's rickety car. Hey, Papa! Papa! Oh, Bobo, so how your engine now? It is half man, half amazing. Thanks to Cause and you can feel better energy. Can't touch this. Actually, guys, so Sancho's engine just died like that. Yes, so somebody managed to convince him that there is a better engine oil than Quartz, and he switched. Sancho Panzapa. Now, which engine oil can be better than Quartz? No other, my guy. Quartz with its age-resistant technology, it keeps your engine younger for longer. Now you know. Have you guys seen the new bottle design? It's superb. Quartz 9000 from Total Energies DA improves fuel efficiency. Why do you think Mr. Mane and Logoso have taken the Quartz Nation movement World Cup like that? Hey, sorry. Chairman. Hey, Quartz. Keep your engine younger for longer.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor this season. Enjoy big discounts on curtains, bedding, carpets, and all kitchen items in our limited time offer. Shop, 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 and be one of the lucky customers to win a 3-seater Italian Natuzzi sofa. Shop, save, and win at Oka Decor. Terms and conditions apply.
Ebusiafo, welcome. I want to greet Uncle James in Germany. Since I was a child, you have promised me a trip abroad, sir. To date, my passport is still a virgin po. And then to you, baby, for that bombastic broken heart. Hey! I want you to know that latest by June, dear, I would have won big in the Ideal Yonkopa promo.
Win up to 600,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing prizes up for grabs with Ideal Yonkopa promo. Just peel, text, and you could win big. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello? Yo, bro! SG Ghana has done it again. Low interest rates on loans this year too. Yatisubium.
Charlie, I did throw inside. Let me call you back.
Call SG Ghana rather. Collect loan and buy car, my guy. Low, very low interest rates on loans this year too. It's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisubium. Get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisubium loans today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details.
Ojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Yatisubium. Okay, bye. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
All right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you, and Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. Coming up is the Joy Business Report, brought to us by Omni Basic Bank, at your service. Agbafu.
Charlie.
Yes, sir.
Do you have some Muslim friends?
Oh, I have a lot of Muslims. I mean, I have a lot of, friends. I have some who are even like brothers to me. Yes, my very good friend and brother, Redwan Idrisu.
Okay.
Alidu, yes. So his name is Redwan Idrisu. And his family, I know they'll be inviting me to come and
but they can bring it to Joy.
The thing about bringing it to Joy may be difficult for them because they'll go and pray when they finish, So, yes, I will go and grab my... the whole thing is about the salad, rice, and stew.
I still can't wrap my head around how it is done.
That's stew. That's stew. Nobody. I mean, I just don't understand. And even when it comes to, the lamb, the meat, when they fry it. When they fry the sheep meat. I mean, the way it is crispy, you don't know how they do it. There's no way. I mean, look, I was having a conversation with my some Muslim brothers, and I said, I like goat. They say, wait till you eat sheep.
Wow.
Yeah, the sheep, when they do it like that, wallahi, it's nice. It's nice. So don't worry. Even our very own Aisha Ibrahim.
Oh yes.
Will remember us.
Yes,
after today, she will bring it to work tomorrow.
She never fails at that.
Yeah, she will not fail.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Don't worry.
So
But
happy.
you did not fast with them. Why do you want to celebrate? Enjoy the fast with them.
It's just to just be happy with them, excited with them. We are one family, one big family. Yeah.
One big family. Yeah. I started the fasting song.
The Bible says you should, celebrate with those who celebrate, you mourn with those who mourn. So
okay.
So we are celebrating with them as well.
I did the fasting song, but just that I did actually.
See how Samuel David tend to look at you.
But he knows I did. I couldn't finish. But I started.
Yeah.
I always do with them 2 weeks. You understand? 2 weeks. I do fasting 2 weeks.
I see.
Then I give up.
You fast for how many hours? 1 hour or something?
How can I do 1 hour? I fast for 12 hours. 12 hours.
When you go to bed?
No, you see, when I see from 12 midnight, okay, to 12 noon, 12 hours.
That's 12 hours. I like your calculation.
12 is the same.
Anyway,
whichever way you do it is the same. But we're grateful to God.
Yeah, happy holiday.
That He's been able to see them through.
I think the lesson there is about sacrifice.
Yes, there's abstention from the things that do not help you. And, it's not just about putting your, food or drink aside, but it's also abstaining from all the things that are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, a lot of things. And so this actually teaches you what you should do. In fact, if you read some of the things that the Holy Prophet said, I'll just share, some few with you. Some of the things that, the Holy Prophet said when it comes to, Ramadan, for instance. Let me see if I have it here. I'll share that with you shortly. It talks about what you should do and what you should not do. Okay, it talks about the things that you can actually do and the things that you cannot do when it's time even for Ramadan. So it's not just about, not fasting, as some people would want us to believe, that's the end of it, I'm not fasting. But it says fasting is not merely staying hungry and thirsty. Rather, its reality and its impact can only be gained through experience. Okay? Now, it says fasting is a shield. So the day one of you fast, he should not indulge in foul talk, nor should he shout. And if someone abuses him or fights with him, he should simply say to him, I am fasting, I am fasting. Restraint, that's the most important thing. And that's one of the things that we must learn, even as we go through, this period. And so that's a lot of things we're going to be learning today, later on the show. But of course, inflation, it's gone up.
Charlie.
It's gone up.
Over 2% from February.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening? Anyway, we'll find out more on the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, World Bank charges government to focus on aggressive revenue mobilization to deal with external threats to the economy and debt distress concerns. Also coming up, inflation to resume downward trajectory in April. We hear from GCB Capital Plus. Banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituaini blames high-performing loans on harsh economic conditions faced by businesses. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for joining us. Happy holidays to our Muslim friends, and a special hello to our friends listening from KTU from Kofridi on KTU Radio. First up, the World Bank is asking government to do more in the area of revenue mobilization to deal with external threats to debt distress concerns. Now, it's coming after the bank warned that Ghana's economic recovery could be affected badly by external developments and happenings in developed economies. Dr. Andrew Dabelin is chief economist at the World Bank and argues that taking a decisive action on taxes is needed now by the government.
The frustration that the citizens feel about taxes is understandable because maybe they don't, maybe the way the taxes are spent is not efficient. Even if you don't increase taxes, you can still collect more taxes of what is owed now. And in a way, I think it's really, really important for the governments to demonstrate that they're going to use these taxes properly, efficiently, and transparently, so that then citizens can see that, in fact, the taxes that they pay are leading to meaningful development outcomes and impacts, right? So I can totally see why people are frustrated, but at the same time, if you don't pay taxes, then you can't finance your investments and your development, right? And you're always constantly going to be either too dependent on outside forces or subjected to too much volatility in your economy, right? And that is not a desirable outcome either.
You heard Chief Economist at the World Bank, Dr. Andrew Dabelin, speaking to Joy Business from Washington, D.C. Now, unionized transport operators have failed to secure government's approval to increase fares by some 20% this week. There's more in the following report on details of a crunch meeting with the Minister of Transport.
Government in this meeting argued that more data is needed to justify the margin of increase in transport fares that the various unions were pushing. This is because government maintained that current development and the various model does not warrant the margin of increase being proposed. They therefore reached an agreement for a new date should be set to try and finalize negotiation on increase in transport fares. There is currently gentleman's agreement that any time price of petroleum products go up by more than 10% in a quarter, that should trigger negotiations between government and the transport operators for an increase. Joy Business is also learning that another reason why no deal was reached is that some of the unions at the meeting did not have the national chairman around. Therefore, government was worried that any agreement reached may end not bidding on all of them. The Transport Ministry has now set April 17, 2024, that is next Wednesday, as a new date for talks to resume on possible increased transport fares. But for some, with the inflation rate that has started going up, with the March rate hitting 25.8%, some are worried about the impact of fares going up on the economy and the cost of living going forward.
Now, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituane has said that banks cannot solely be blamed for the high non-performing loans recorded in the financial sector. According to him, the over 20% non-performing loans is a reflection of a weak economy and its impact on businesses. Dr. Ituane is of the view that businesses are not able to pay back their loans due to the harsh economic conditions, which make private sector operators run at a loss.
The banks are only part of the problem. But let me tell you, if you have higher inflation, higher depreciation, higher operational taxes, and when you have new energy prices where it cannot be predicted, where you have electricity that cannot be predicted, all these things dovetail to the non-performing. Go and read any other literature. This tells you that the micro environment also allow the non-performing to come in. There's a whole write-up on it.
I know. But
hold
on, Dr. Etiahene. You've talked
about...
No,
let me finish.
Okay,
Let me land. The only factor that you ask the bank that what is their contribution to this higher non-performing? If they haven't learned to say construction, government buildings, or government roads, they wouldn't have.
Banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituane. Now, Ghana Post is prepared to use its post offices across the country as well as its international partnerships to support small and medium enterprises increase their market access. This is assurance from Managing Director Bias Osei-Kufuor. According to him, the company has formed alliances with many international bodies to give it access to some international markets that Ghanaian SMEs will benefit from. He made the commitment at the signing of an MOU with the Ghana Enterprises Agency.
Bringing people who are into creating things with their hands and, bringing them access to markets, and considering the presence of Ghana Post. I mean, we are in 320 places in Ghana, and considering our network with the Universal Postal Union, we are also able to send items to everywhere in the world. Currently, the only place we are not sending things to is Russia and Ukraine because of the ongoing impasse. But apart from that, every other place in this world, you are guaranteed that Ghana Post will be able to deliver an item. So I'm happy with this project, and even more enthused by the fact that the project also has a portal, e-commerce portal concept that is aligned to it.
Bright Oseko is Managing Director of Ghana Post. Now turning to one of our top stories this morning, inflation is expected to resume its downward trajectory in April 2024 after recording a sharp increase in March, the highest in 4 months. That's according to GCB Capital. The research arm of the investment bank is projecting a 1% decline in headline inflation for April, but still above the February 2024 number. Here's more.
GCB Capital flagged fiscal risks and potential speculative foreign exchange pressures due to uncertainties as risks to the inflation outlook. Therefore, while it expects favorable base effects, the implementation of the new cash ratios reserve directive and the continuously tight monetary policy stance will restore the disinflation process from April 2024. These outline risk factors, it stated, could moderate this anticipated pace of disinflation through Q2 of 2024. Year-on-year inflation rose sharply in March 2024 to 25.8%, about 2,600 basis points increase. GCB Capital added that while it sees the March increase in inflation as transitory, the prevailing and emerging upside risks to the near-term inflation outlook remain pronounced. Amidst the lingering petroleum price pressures, Brent crude oil may be headed for $100 per barrel. It pointed out that the resultant increases in ex-pump petroleum prices, possible upward adjustment to transport fares, and their second-round effects represent a significant risk to the inflation outlook.
Meanwhile, the business community is urging the Bank of Ghana not to hasten an increment in the policy rate as a result of the sharp rise in inflation for the month of March. According to them, although the increase warrants urgent measures to reduce the rate, tightening the monetary stance would rather affect their survival. Chonam Akpelu is the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the Association of Ghana Industries.
If they do not just increase the price of the policy rate because inflation rate has gone up, we fully understand that they are using inflation targeting model in fixing their policy rate, but it affects industry in a big way. And we feel that we cannot merely have a situation where anytime there's increase in inflation rate, the policy rate goes up, it affects us. So we're asking the central bank this time around to consider not to hasten slowly in wanting to increase the policy rate. And all of us must come in to really make the call that the policy rate needs to be stabilized, as well as ensuring that inflation rate, every measure is taken to tackle the increase in inflation rate.
Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the Association of Ghana Industries, Chonam Akpelu. Now, the Development Bank Ghana, as part of the Eid celebrations, has donated some food items to the Nsawam Medium Security Prisons and the Senior Correctional Center. According to the acting head of Corporate Social Responsibility at the bank, Barbara Ricketts, the gesture is aimed at supporting the two institutions and would help to reform inmates.
As we all know, Ramadan is a significant festivity that is being observed by the Muslims, and in this month they usually fast, pray and almsgiving. So we thought it wise, as part of the Ramadan charity, to extend a hand to the prisons, and we considered the Nsawam prisons, and we looked at the Senior Correctional Center, which usually admits the young ones 18 years and below. We thought it wise to support them with food supplies as part of the Ramadan charity initiative to help them in the celebration and to remind them that they are not alone. We have an open arms to embrace them and welcome them back into the society.
Acting Head of Corporate Social Responsibility at DBG, Barbara Anawono Ricketts, turning next to Investor Eye, and we continue with some of the investment scams used on unsuspecting investors. Emmanuel Mensah appears Director in charge of Risk Management Department at the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Then there's the reciprocity tactic. With that one, they'll give you something as a bait to invest, either something physical, or they may even say that, okay, if you invest, we'll give you a discount payment and so on and so forth. It will surprise you that sometimes they even give things that you can get anywhere, maybe a certain soap or something, as a way of enticing you to invest with them. And then they also have what they call the scarcity tactic. Okay. So they will say, invest now, because they know that if time passes after listening to them, you may cool down and think properly. So they will give you some kind of agency to invest.
That was Investor Eye. Before we go, a look at the commodity market. Crude oil increased marginally to $90 a barrel. Gold is selling at $2,343 an ounce after gaining more than $8. Cocoa increased by more than $200 open trading at $9,871 a ton. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Happy holiday, everyone.
Yes, happy holiday to you, Akpafu. We'll meet. I mean, I'm sure that the Wache will flow.
You mean Eben?
Eben now is running away from his promises of the past. But we'll take it like that.
The
other point is that the rice and the stew.
Oh, Charlie.
The Zongo rice and stew.
Zongo rice and stew.
My goodness.
Somebody has to surprise us.
Oh, somebody will surprise us. People were asking me this morning when I was rattling my, Islamic lesson. Mama B was surprised.
Oh yeah, I mean, people send messages on WhatsApp, very impressed about your knowledge of Islam.
Yes,
I beg, it's true and poor.
Mama B, you know that. Listen. There's actually, I read religions at the university. What people don't know. And so I studied Islamic religion too. And I loved it. When you get to study about, and there was a book, The Age of Piety.
Okay.
Yes. So you learn about the first century of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And before you learn about the first century of Islam, you'd have learned about the era before Islam.
Wow.
So you would learn about Jahiliyyah. That's the era before Islam.
Mm-hmm.
They were not civilized at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Islam brought civilization.
Mm.
Now, when you read it, you would also read, and we read the last pilgrimage of the Holy Prophet.
Yeah.
You would read about how the Prophet was able to live within a community of Jews, Christians, and others, and how he adjudicated cases based on their own principles, not just on the principles of Islam. Okay. Then when the Prophet passed away, Abu Bakr, the caliphs, when they took over, and when you say Abu Bakr, you say Randi Allah, may the blessings of Allah be upon him.
Aren't you impressed?
You learn all those ones. So we studied it. It was fun those days. But after that, I deepened my knowledge and appreciation of Islam.
Okay.
Yes, you learn about the era of the Sufis. These are all those things.
I'm impressed.
Mama, you want to say something?
No, so today we have Sheikh Winston Amwa.
I am no Sheikh. Mommy,
Sheikh Abu Bakr.
Do you know she's a science student?
Oh, really? I did science for a term, please.
And you ran away.
Anyway, Daryl, so the rice and stew will come.
Yeah.
Not rice and stew, dear.
I'm just a phone call away, please.
We are not gone yet. Anyway, our inspirational song from Maha Zain is Thank You, Allah.
You are Man U.
Oh, you actually, we should root for ourselves. We'll
Yeah,
spoil
root
you.
for yourself.
You know you're here to play us. We'll beat you.
Okay, I hear that.
And that's how you.
I hear
you
that.
lose the
In
league.
fact, all that will happen on the pitch. No,
Oh, don't worry.
Studio, so.
We'll beat you. All of a sudden, they are running their mouth like they did last season, and you lost.
Wait, Arsenal can sort itself out. You know that.
You
Oh,
cannot.
Mama, sorry, you are Man
I
U.
just noticed
Okay,
that
so.
I'm only Man U because I have too many of them in my house.
Okay.
But we'll beat you this time. We'll teach you a lesson. Now that you are running your mouth, we'll teach you a lesson.
Oh, but they are not running their
Oh no, he's
mouth
running
too
his mouth
much,
because no.
Right now, Arsenal
Yeah,
is cool.
Arsenal is the best team in England. You
Best team in
dispute
England.
That? Yeah.
By what?
It's on top of the league. That's how you measure it.
Like with Liverpool.
No, that's with them.
Same point, 71-71.
Yeah, but more goals.
Oh, please, goals. I'll say we'll beat you. We wanted you to win because Liverpool wins is 20. Man City wins 4 times. And we want to be charitable with you. We are here running your mouth. Arsenal will forever be Arsenal. Anyway, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign.
And is brought to us by Joy News and Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. So our tip this holiday is keep your speed down. It's your responsibility to ensure that your speed matches condition. In addition, higher speeds make controlling your vehicle that much more difficult if things go wrong. To maintain control of your vehicle, you must control your speed. So please control your speed. I know that I've said that it's your responsibility to ensure that your speed matches conditions. Today's a holiday. Some of the roads are a bit free.
Yeah.
So don't use that as an excuse that, oh, the condition is that, the road is free, so I'm going to speed. No, please stick to the speed limits and drive safe.
That's true.
Great. It's now time for us to learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Today, the word should go with the day.
It will not go with the day. No, I want us to, learn the pronunciation of a certain word. I mean, some of us get it right, others do not. Jeopardy. And I know you get it right, Mama V. Jeopardy.
No, you are wrong.
What did he say?
Jeopardy. That's wrong.
He got it wrong and then decided to quickly.
So say it right,
Jeopardy.
please. Okay.
It's not Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. I mean, I know that all of us, we say it, and because of the, spelling, and, we always say that the English phonetic system is illogical.
Yeah.
Don't always see things and
Don't
want
say
to.
Geo.
You see, you probably say, oh, Jeopardy. Jeopardy. My teacher my technical drawing teacher would say Jeopardy.
Like Jeopardy.
Jeopardy. The guy's nickname was Permeable. He's a teacher, Permeable. That's his nickname, actually. So if you want to say it right, it's Jeopardy. Okay? Okay, let's get into the newspaper review. We'll add the online news review to it because there are no papers today. The newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank, you're stronger, you're tough, and Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking. And the online news review brought to us by G&J Technical Services, celebrating 30 years of providing backup power in Ghana. And then Zenith Bank, in your best interest. So before we get into everything, government has been launching the performance tracker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, let's listen to Works and Housing Minister, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, who at the ceremony talked about this promoting accountability, transparency in the execution of infrastructure projects across the country, categorized into 22 thematic areas.
Jobs created between 2017 and June 2023, when this data was put in, a little over 2 million. So 2,087,000. And to tell you the source of the data coming from SNIT. So SNIT is the one that is providing this data. So for every data set that is uploaded, the source will be made available. Government Agenda 111 project, and this is very interesting. Agenda 111 project, when you take the numbers and you add it to the previous health infrastructure that existed, by the time we are done, healthcare infrastructure would have gone up by 55.9%. We want to encourage you to visit the website and download the app. We want to encourage you to take time and navigate and be informed. We are responsible for the information we consume. Each one of us, we are responsible for the information we consume. If you choose that you will spend, and I say this with the greatest of respect, you spend all your time on a particular social media platform consuming, half-truths, false narratives, etc. You are responsible for that information you are consuming. The government of the Republic of Ghana is providing you a database where the facts about projects across the 261 districts are available.
We are confident that we may be able to finish, or will be confidently finish about 50 plus of them this year. From what is left for us to do is to do the finishing touches in some of them. As I'm speaking today, equipment procurement evaluation is ongoing now.
Okay, so when you say 50 plus
far,
by the end of the
I'll
year,
say that's so good.
Well, Mamavi and Fred, so that's the performance tracker. And you can look at it. Some of the projects you're told 50% complete, some 70, some 100% complete. And even the projects that you see as 100% complete. Fred, I know you've been looking at it. And I mean, we're actually watching some of them here. I don't know what your take is on it, briefly.
Well, my area is health, so I've been looking at the health infrastructure that government says they are working on, especially the Agenda 111, which we heard from Dr. Nsiah on. And for some of them, I'm wondering what is pushing government to come and tell us this, give us this update, because I didn't see even one that is complete. And for some of them, they will tell you it's about 50% complete. If you look at it with your naked eyes, it's very difficult. So one will wonder how the progress of that project was measured. How do you measure that? So I guess
it being like a tracker that you just go and look at and then it says it's 50% complete is not enough. You need further explanation.
Exactly, to understand why that 50% is a 50% completion point.
You need the scope of work. So if you tell me this is 50% complete, what is it that the contractor is expected to do? What has he done that amounts to the 50% completion? Don't just say this is 50% complete, because I can tell you that this building is 70% complete. But that 70% complete is based on the scope of work. It's based on what I expected the contractor to do over what period. So I get you, I can understand you. If you want us to have a good conversation, provide the details, provide the information. This is what is supposed to be done. This is what he has done so far. Don't just put it 50% complete and then tell me that I should not go be reading things on social media, but I should be focusing on the right things, because I don't know what it is that you say you have done.
Exactly.
So I guess this is not all the information. Maybe this is the beginning of it, so that they would have people on standby who will be ready to give us further information on the things that we see on the tracker. Because obviously the way that they put it, I know that they're trying to promote accountability, transparency, which is a good thing.
But Mama, they didn't want to do this. So this is actually a requirement of the IMF. It's part of the IMF program that we went for. The IMF wants us to do this. Wow. And so we must do that to get the third tranche. It's part of it.
Really?
Yes.
Look.
Then we must insist, because then now I'm worried that the follow-up questions that we want to ask, we may not have people on standby to give us those explanations. So the tracker must then have all the information.
Fred.
So once you
we'll
visit
get people
it,
to do that. We've heard from Dr. Nsiah. He's explained some of them, but
on the day of the launch.
Yes, there was,
because we're now going to be absorbing everything else that we see on the tracker, and then we'll have more questions. Will he always be available?
Look, the health facilities report. This is a report, the Ghana Harmonized Health Facilities Assessment Report, 2022 to 2023, says that when it comes to MRI machines, for instance, 12% of regional hospitals have it. 1% of district hospitals have it. Other general hospitals, 2% MRI. When it comes to CT scan, 50% of regional hospitals have it. 6% of district hospitals have it. And guess what? Other general hospitals, you have 4%. When it comes to defibrillation, well, that's good news because you have 94% of regional hospitals having it, 67% of district hospitals, and other general hospitals, 43%. Electrocardiogram, ECG, you have 81% of regional hospitals. I'm just using this to make a case. The point is that even some of the basic things that you need in our health facilities, we don't have them. Are you then surprised that our life expectancy is around 62, 63? And if you go to other places, they have life expectancy of 77. Go to China. And these Chinese are they're notorious smokers. But you see, building a hospital is not an end in itself. Yeah. Equipping the hospital is key. And if you look at
we're struggling with Confanoche right now.
If you look at what I've just shared with you,
with the renovation.
Look, if you look at what I've shared with you, okay, there are a lot of hospitals, some of them don't even have the basic equipment needed. Is that what we want to say? I was here in the studio with Professor Noel Tego. And Professor Noel Tego is a professor of accountancy practice. He's been teaching, he's taught at Oxford University. He was the one who actually designed the CIMA curriculum. Okay, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. You know what management accountants do? They say the best report, accounting report, is the management, accounting document. That's for internal purposes. Yeah. Now, he actually said that. Why are you building new hospitals when the existing hospitals are not equipped?
Yeah.
Something doesn't add up. You know why? Because in our part of the world, we have built this number. We are not interested in the quality of life. We say, okay, 2 million jobs have been created. Fantastic. You say, this is coming from SNIT. I don't have a problem. Okay, of the 2 million jobs that have been created, for instance, how many of them are replacements? How many of them were existing jobs that were not registered with SNIT, that have been registered with SNIT? Fred, you get the point?
Yeah, I get you.
You see, all of these things should be known. It's good, put it out there. But the Ghana Statistical Service has told us, while we talk about creating more jobs, we actually have the rate of unemployment increasing. What does that tell us?
I agree with you, Winston, to the extent that the government must provide quality healthcare to every Ghanaian, except that this discussion must be had at the point where the parties are drafting their manifestos, because the tracker itself that we're talking about now is a product of a manifesto promise. So government promised that I'm going to give you XYZ, and the tracker is going to tell you the extent to which I've been able to deliver what I said I was going to give you. Okay, so yes, it's too late in the day to hold government to account for some of the things that they are doing now.
It is not too late in the day.
I think
it's not late at all.
At this point in time,
it's not late.
At this point in time, we should be holding our political parties to account on what they want to do for us, what should be in their manifesto promises, because we know the parties will present their manifestos, I think maybe in 2-3 months, and tell you that they're going to build new hospitals in maybe your village, and you'll be excited so you can vote for them. You'll be surprised to know that if the facility is in a place, maybe not in your village, but a place close to your village, it may benefit you more than having it inside your village. And that's why when we decided to, create new districts, people were clamoring, make my community the capital of the new district, and so on and so forth. It's all to ask for government facilities in those districts so they are closer to them. Yes, let's have them, but quality matters. So let's hold our parties to account now. Okay, so that Confanoche is fully equipped. If you're not in Kumasi, but say in Obuasi, and you need to go there for healthcare, you get there and you are sure I don't know if I can cite this example. Our deputy finance minister who passed not long ago, he had an issue in Ejuso. He needed to fly to Accra. He could not use the aircraft. He had to, it was such a difficult thing getting him to Accra. We lost him.
Well, a lot has to be done, but it's not too late. As they prepare for their manifestos, we would ask all those questions.
I'm worried because there's no National Development Planning Commission in this conversation. We are still going back to political party manifestos.
I think I saw their representation at this event. I think I did.
Anyway, I think, we're told that we should be going for the BBC News. We spent the time talking about the performance tracker. So, I've been told that plans have changed. And so we can continue with other stories. What other stories do you want us to talk about?
Well, today is Eid al-Fitr.
Yes. That's a major conversation.
I've been waiting for your lectures on
what you have to keep listening to the Super Body Show.
Which lecture again?
Which lecture? Because the chief imam will come and say his. Yours is actually the homegrown sermon.
This is the ancestral version. This one is before the Quran.
and then later in the day is the after party, Mamavi. There's the after party. So Aisha Ibrahim and Kweku Asante, all our colleagues who are celebrating Eid this morning, we're wishing you all the best today, but we're also waiting for you.
There's something on BBC that I just saw. March 2024, hottest on record.
Oh, yeah.
Prompting warnings. And in here, it's still very hot.
Yeah.
In fact, these days, if you walk from just a short distance, the way you sweat, it's up north, it's very warm in there. And these are just signs of climate change. In the past, we had talked about, the experts had said you need between 8 to 10 years, of a change to say this is an effect of it. But we're beginning to see it. And for me, that's the most important thing. But also, we're told that there's a graphic, online says, new towing policy to check breakdown vehicles underway. We're back again.
Another one.
We're told that, plans are underway to introduce a comprehensive system for towing breakdown vehicles, which cause rampant fatalities on roads and highways in the country. And records indicate that many people continue to lose their lives through road crashes involving breakdown vehicles on the shoulder of the roads and highways. And these avoidable deaths keep occurring despite the existence of LI 2180. And we're told that the new policy, he said plans were underway to introduce a comprehensive policy. He says plans are underway. We'll see. But, in the past we had come back with this towing levy, which didn't work.
Yeah.
We spoke against it. I wonder what that comprehensive plan he talks about is.
Don't the assemblies already have a certain responsibility when it comes to towing?
They should have.
That are left on our roads?
They should have. Safety in our community is the responsibility of the assemblies because they have all the units responsible for those things. And so we expected our assembly, but the capacity is not there. Funding is also not there. And so we rely on the DVLA. The last time we wanted to implement this was the DVLA, but the private company was going to lead it.
And we were all going to be paying a certain fee. I think that's what most of us disagreed with.
Yeah. And we forced them to suspend or abandon that idea altogether. But I think it's very important that we do because a lot of the times
for all of us to pay for somebody's broken down vehicle.
Well, not because so.
MTTD, the assembly, they can tow the vehicle and charge the person later. Why should I pay ahead?
No, what happens in other places is that you pay. It's part of your insurance.
It is here
and
too.
So if
it is here, it's part of the insurance
that you pay. Wow,
it's part of the insurance you pay. Yeah, it's part of it.
We need to go back and do
no. I was actually going to get to that
because
it's part of the insurance you pay.
Because wholesale, all of us, let's pay for something that we haven't done yet.
Particularly the comprehensive insurance. Mm-hmm. So, I beg your pardon. So, there was a time ago that the National Insurance Commission was having this conversation that they would use part of it. In fact, they actually wanted to pilot it. The National Insurance Commission and Commissioner Justice Ofori, they wanted to pilot that, where the insurance companies would actually fund this. So, let's not run ahead of ourselves and start another thing again. Okay, we do a lot of things in this country, but hey, because
so if
we're
it's
paying,
already part of it, then
it is.
Then the insurance companies must be brought into this conversation, because what I know happens in other places is that you are paying, okay, for recovery services in case your vehicle breaks down somewhere. Maybe you are running for a meeting, your vehicle breaks down. You place a call to your insurer and tell them this is what has happened. They bring you a courtesy vehicle, which will help you to proceed to whatever meeting, whatever your agenda is. Then they go and fix your vehicle for you. They take it off the road and fix it. The road is safe. You're able to attend your meeting, and then the insurance company will make its money as well.
Hold on a minute, Fred Smith. Time now for the BBC News.
Which is brought to us by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
How to grow the gaming industry in Africa. The number of people playing video games on the continent has doubled over the last 5 years. But there are issues with how gamers can pay for subscriptions or in-app purchases.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station. Welcome to the inquiry on the BBC World Service with me, Tanya Beckett. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is facing intense scrutiny over the war in Gaza, and his leadership is under question.
He speaks in quite clear way about his ideologies, but his actions certainly indicate that he doesn't really abide to his ideology.
There are increasing calls for the country to hold elections.
The colossal failure of October 7th, the failure of intelligence, but also of preparedness, and then of leadership of the country, was truly astounding.
What is the stance of America, Israel's biggest supplier of weapons?
I argue that the approach is passive-aggressive.
This week on The Inquiry, we're asking, how secure is Benjamin Netanyahu's leadership? I'm Tanya Beckett. Join me on The Inquiry after the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. An American general is reported to be due in Israel today to discuss Washington's fears that Iran is about to launch a retaliatory strike against the country. US media quote one official as saying the strike is only a matter of time. From Jerusalem, Lise Doucette reports.
Israel and other countries in this region have been on high alert ever since Iran vowed to retaliate for the attack on its consulate in Damascus, which killed some of its commanders. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, said Israel must be punished and would be. And Israeli officials are warning if Iran attacks Israel, Israel would attack Iran immediately. Behind this escalating war of words, there is also urgent diplomacy. The US is said to have conveyed messages to Tehran through Arab states, urging it not to retaliate. Until now, Iran has carefully avoided being drawn into direct conflict with Israel and the United States. It's now said to be considering a range of possible targets in this perilous new chapter of a very old conflict.
The US military says it's successfully engaged 3 drones launched by the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels over the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea. They also said they successfully destroyed 8 more unmanned aerial vehicles in Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. Hamas's political leader Ismail Haniyeh says the group's negotiating position will not change following the killing of 3 of his sons by Israel. The car in which they were travelling, together with several of Mr. Haniyeh's grandchildren, was all but destroyed in the airstrike in central Gaza. The Democratic Party in South Korea has retained its majority in parliament, winning a landslide in Wednesday's election. The result is a blow to President Yoon Suk-yeol's. His Prime Minister and several aides have tendered their resignation. Our Seoul correspondent says the Democratic Party's leader, Lee Jae-myung, will be emboldened to make another run at the presidency. His party and its allies have the power to block the president's agenda. The press freedom group Reporters Without Borders says one of its representatives was held at Hong Kong airport for 6 hours before being denied entry and deported. The Hong Kong authorities have not commented on the allegations. From the Chinese territory, here's Danny Vincent.
Alexandra Bailikowska travelled to Hong Kong from Taiwan to observe the trial of Jimmy Lai,
the 76-year-old media mogul and democracy activist. He's facing a possible life sentence under the former national security law imposed by Beijing. In March, the Hong Kong authorities enacted a new law which includes measures against perceived foreign interference. Critics say the law is the latest attack on freedoms in Hong Kong.
BBC News. Vietnam is awaiting a verdict in one of the biggest corruption cases in history. Property tycoon Trung My Lan and 85 others are on trial, accused of swindling several $1 billion from the Saigon Commercial Bank. Ms. Lang could face the death penalty. She's denied the charges. Jonathan Head reports.
Everything about this case is huge. Not just the staggering sums of money allegedly siphoned out of one of Vietnam's largest banks by 67-year-old Trung My Lan, a well-known property developer in Ho Chi Minh City, but also the number of defendants, 86, the 2,700 people summoned by the court, and the 6 tons of documents submitted as evidence. The authorities are making it a showcase of their anti-corruption campaign, which has now run for 8 years.
Burmese soldiers have withdrawn from a town on the border with Thailand following days of clashes with an armed ethnic group. A spokesman for the Karen insurgents said Myanmar had fallen and around 200 troops had retreated to a bridge connecting to Thailand. Stunning artworks have been uncovered in a new excavation at Pompeii, the southern Italian town famously buried in an eruption from Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Archaeologists say the frescoes, depicting figures from Greek mythology, are among the finest yet found. Here's Jonathan Amos.
It's a painstaking process to remove the tons of pumice and ash that smothered this town almost 2,000 years ago. This is the biggest dig in a generation, and each day it's turning up surprises. The latest is an imposing black and white reception hall where Pompeii's elite would likely have gathered to entertain and eat. Its walls display exquisite frescoes based on events that triggered the Trojan War. Helen, the world's most beautiful woman, is seen meeting her suitor Paris for the first time.
That's the latest. BBC News.
Hello, Auntie Araba. Hey, Bugger, how are you doing today? I want to buy Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, but I don't have enough money. So what are you going to do? Can you give me the big size? You know, as for me, I'll pay the balance later. Today, no credit. I haven't sold much this morning. If you don't have enough money for the big size, why don't you try the 120-gram pack? There's a 120-gram pack? Introducing the new Pepsodent Cavity Fighter in 120-gram pack size. More affordable and convenient. Get yours today from any supermarket near you. Every smile matters. This advert is FDA approved.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Hi there. Turn up the volume. Perfect. The International Concrete Conference and Exhibition, ICCX West Africa 2024, is happening on the 16th and 17th of April at the Grand Arena in Accra. Join us for the second edition of ICCX West Africa. Connect with more than 50 national and international companies from the cement, precast and concrete industries. ICCX West Africa 2024 will feature renowned keynote speakers and bespoke companies. Participation for concrete, precast and cement professionals is free. For further information, call Richard on 0263 777 320. To pre-register, visit ICCXWestAfrica.org. Platinum sponsors Gasam Limited and Keda Shawmaker. Gold sponsors Germany Trade and Invest and MC Barshemi Ghana Limited. Technology partner Siemens Ghana Limited. Financial partner Bank of Africa Ghana Limited. ICCX West Africa 2024 is organized by Ad Media GmbH in collaboration with the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Ghana. See you on the 16th and 17th of April at the Grand Arena, Accra, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily.
When the pain is too much, don't know what else to do. So rapping all, will take the pain away. Rapping all,
Rapinol is what you need. Rapinol will relieve you of all aches and pain in your body. Rheumatic pain, menstrual pain, body pain, toothaches, and other feverish conditions. Rapinol is a quality product from Danex Itin Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. Not suitable for children below 16 years old, asthmatic, and ulcer patients. This advert is FDA approved.
Are you tired of the daily commute to work during rush hour? Or maybe you're planning a girls' night out and need a reliable ride. Perhaps you need to deliver an important parcel and want to get there on time. Whatever your reason for commuting, Access Bank and Uber have got you covered. With Access Bank Visa card, you can now enjoy 30% off Uber rides. That's 30% off every ride. Use promo code Access Ride Savings to enjoy affordable, convenient, and cheaper rides even on a limited budget. Don't miss out on this amazing opportunity to save big on your daily commute. Visit our website www.ghana.accessbankplc.com or social media today to learn more and start enjoying and saving on your Uber rides like never before. Access Visa Card, the perfect partner for your Uber rides. Access Bank, more than banking.
Imagine this. Your employees spend 1/3 of their lives at work. That's 13,000 days or 110,000 hours dedicated to their jobs. At Old Mutual, we don't just see the numbers, we see the faces and the dreams behind them. With our tailored group life insurance and pension plans, you can provide your employees with employee benefit schemes that gives them peace of mind for their futures and for their families. Make the choice that shows your commitment to your employees today. Call 0509-551-609 or email corporateservices@oldmutual.com.gh. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Great news is here. Batmat is here again. XXL clearance sale. Guaranteed savings. From now till the end of April, the big sale continues. Get discounts of up to 70% off sanitary wares, light tiles, waterproofing, and all other product families. It's the year to get things done. Visit our showroom at the North Industrial Area next to the Winners Chapel, Ghana. Don't miss out. Batmat, welcome home.
Ebusiafo, welcome. I want to greet Uncle James in Germany. Since I was a child, you have promised me a trip abroad, sir. To date, my passport is still a virgin po. And then to you, baby, for that bombastic broken heart. Hey! I want you to know that latest by June, dear, I would have won big in the Ideal Yonkopa promo.
Win up to 600,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing prizes up for grabs with Ideal Yonkopa promo. Just peel, text, and you could win big. This advert is FDA approved.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Farawada Sunnah Allah. Yeah. Na fara shaye da bin mata, ban sallah ban azumi, wani na da karfi. Hey, an kira sallah shan shiga gari hey tunane na duka ne gobe gobe na
Liberia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
And if you're a Toyota user, get ready for a revolution. If you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice, the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the country. Nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchases or distribution, contact Toyota Ghana directly by calling 0302 429 801. And Toyota Ghana Company Limited is proud to be associated with our Drive Safe tips on the Super Morning Show. Toyota, superior quality.
And we have exciting news for you. You can now get your Omni Basic Visa Classic debit card instantly at any of our branches nationwide. Yes, it's instant with new and improved features, contactless and verified by Visa. So why wait? Visit any of our branches nationwide and get your Omni Basic Visa Classic debit card today. It's instant and secure and convenient. Omni Basic Bank at your service.
Now escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel. You have seen the rest. Now it's time to see the best. Take a break from work and take a break from the South. The Royal Cozy Hills Hotel is a place to relax, rewind, and re-energize. It's away from the stress of the South. Now this is what awaits you: unforgettable safari experience, amazing array of wildlife including lions, hippopotamus, they've got zebras, ostriches, among many others, using their spacious and well secured game tow vehicles or using the quad bikes. Water sports such as jet skiing, boat or canoe rides also available. Various family games to keep you and your families excited every day. Great tourist attractions in the Upper West region, including the Mushroom Rock, the Slave Caves. There's so much you can see in the Upper West region. So escape from the south, escape to the north, escape to Royal Cozy Hills Hotel for an unforgettable safari experience. Please call 050-169-4280 or 024-8844-463 for reservations or for further inquiries.
Well, to the businessman, trader, parent sending money to loved ones and business partners, thanks to Access Bank and PAP's partnership, you can now send money across border hassle-free. Now you can send money to pay for goods and services, make business transactions, and cover school fees across Africa without worrying about foreign exchange losses or delays. It's straightforward, secure, and keeps your mind at ease. Benefit from instant payments across Nigeria, Liberia, Gambia, Guinea, and Sierra Leone. With zero foreign exchange hassle, when you send money in cities, it will now be received in any other currency by the recipient. For more information, visit ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free 0800 004400 for all your cross-border payment. Visit any of our branches and pops it with Access Bank. Access Bank, more than banking.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, that's your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. They have an online store to make your shopping much more convenient for you wherever you find yourself. Just log on to kingdomstoreonline.com. They will arrange delivery to your homes and offices within reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they also accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Well, it's new and it has you in mind. Imperial General Assurance brings you the collision insurance policy. Yes, now we give you insurance beyond the road. The collision insurance policy from Imperial General Assurance gives you protection in the event of a collision with another car or object. The policy offers repair of your damaged car parts resulting from the collision, hospitalization benefits if you're admitted beyond 3 days. Yes, you need not be involved in an accident to benefit. All third-party benefits. So get collision insurance from Imperial. Call us today on 0577 667 436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on all our social media handles. Terms and conditions apply. Coalition Insurance, Insurance Beyond the Road, Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
And a poorly maintained car engine can age faster. We don't want that for you. That's why Total Energies has specially formulated the Quartz engine oil with age resistance technology. It's an innovation that ensures optimal performance for your engine and improves protection against mechanical wear by up to 74%, even under extreme temperatures and pressure. So choosing Quartz from Total Energies is choosing the engine oil that keeps your engine running efficiently and effectively. Quartz, keep your engine younger for longer.
Well, it's difficult to keep good news to yourself, especially when it can transform your life and those close to you. SG Ghana went low on interest rates last year, and this year we are even lower. Yes, Yatisu Bium. Are you an SG Ghana customer or on the Controller and Accountant General's payroll? Then get the money you need to turn your dreams into a reality. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you and speak to our dedicated staff about the amazing Yatisu Bium loans available today. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Offer runs to the 7th of June 2024. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future is you.
All right, we've got your birthday messages coming up next, and then Uncle Ebo White with Food for Thought here on the Super Morning Show on this holiday. Stay with us.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244-308-111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide. High credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800-740-100 or 0302-740-100 or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Shop, save, and win at Onka Decor this season. Enjoy big discounts on curtains, bedding, carpets, and all kitchen items in our limited time offer. Shop, 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 and be one of the lucky customers to win a 3-seater Italian Natuzzi sofa. Shop, save, and win at Onka Decor. Terms and conditions apply.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. We'll return to your birthday messages. But Sports Center, which often comes your way on weekdays, also brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. DSTV. It's your moment. Twisco Energy Food Drink. Twisco, power your dream. And Bet Power. Listen, Standard Chartered wants you to imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. So just picture a rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more, because Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, with that, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. The renewable energy loans also come at very low rates. So Standard Chartered is not just offering loans, they are actually offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. So say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny, to switch to solar today, then give Standard Chartered a call on 050-153-5789 or 050-153-5790, also 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here
for good. Now, did you know that MTN Momo has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, more convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Store or App Store on your smartphone and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and so much more. Use their app for your Momo transactions and enjoy 100% bonus when you recharge using the app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with a Flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go.
All right, it's some 47 minutes after 7 here on the Super Morning Show, and Uncle White on a holiday is joining us with food for thoughts this Thursday.
Gorgeous.
Golda?
Golda starting, engine running.
Uncle, good morning. I still haven't gotten over it though. Dubai or sex.
Good morning. Oh, I didn't know that you'll be on duty on this holiday. Otherwise, I would have brought you breakfast.
Oh, it's Wednesday and
so let me say that I owe you breakfast then.
Oh, thank you. You're always very kind.
And is Habayuse still there?
Where's he? Where's Winston? No, he's not. He's on the phone actually.
He's stepped out.
Yeah.
Right. So next week, God willing, I will pay the what I owe you in breakfast.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Ibo.
And it will be a generous breakfast. You can decide whether to share it with the team or take everything home.
I'm going to share.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, gorgeous. There is a unique group of women we never talk about, and yet it is their sacrifice that makes a difference in a very important aspect of our social life in Ghana. They are normal women, but they are called to an extraordinary position. They are always under the most critical scrutiny, and a lot is thrown at them from all quarters and from all angles, but they dare not react or open up to anyone. They are forbidden from letting anyone know what is hurting them or what they are not happy about. No matter what their personalities, they are forced to conform to a certain model. Women are generally careful with the friends they keep, but this group of unique women have to be extra careful who to call a friend. They carry the burdens of hundreds, and in some cases of thousands, but they have no one to help them carry their own burdens. They suffer in silence. They cry in private. In most cases, they are compelled to keep their thoughts to themselves. They know a lot and yet have to act as if they know nothing, so they do not ruffle any feathers. They are often neglected, often misunderstood, and frequently criticized. Whatever they do, someone has something to say about it. Gorgeous, I'm of course talking about the pastor's wife. We call her Osofo Mami. Yes, the pastor's wife's life is not easy. Her task is heavy, and yet it is thankless. Whatever Osofo Mami does attracts scrutiny. If she dresses well, the church members talk and complain that she's too carnal and wasting money. If she does not dress well, the church members complain that she's disgracing pastor and the church. Meanwhile, she cannot hide. She's always on display. In most cases, she is not permitted to sit anywhere in church apart from the front row, where everyone can see, read, and interpret every reaction of hers. She is forced to share her husband with everyone who is a member of the church and with everyone who needs his help. She often feels like a widow or a single mother because the demands on the time of the pastor mean that he is at best an absentee husband and father. Her husband, the pastor, gives the church and society his best, but brings his worst to her and to the home. Everyone sees the pastor and hails the man of God, but she lives with the man. She sees him at his best in church and at his worst at home. No matter the state of their marriage, she is expected to act enthusiastic of her husband and his ministry. Gorgeous, imagine your husband being insensitive to you and treating you shabbily. Imagine your husband neglecting you and treating you as if you do not matter. And this husband of yours is a pastor. Then within hours of his being obnoxious to you, you have to sit by him in church and act as if he is the best husband in the room. And when he mounts the pulpit, you have to listen with rapt attention and laugh at his silly jokes and nod impressively at his so-called pearls of insight. Whilst all the time, your heart is breaking because you know that right after the service, he is going to continue being insensitive to you. That is the burden of Osofumami. If you're a church person, I bet you have never given much thought to the challenge of being the pastor's wife. If you're a church person, I bet that you have gossiped about the Osofumami or criticized her at one time or the other. If you're a church person, I bet that you have read the body language of Osofumami and judged her unjustly at one time or the other. Many of us do not realize that men of God are men first and foremost. They are not perfect, and they are not better than the rest of the men in their congregations. What makes them different is the grace of the calling, the divine calling upon their lives. They are, in every way, ordinary men. But when they stand in the office of the pastor and operate as the pastor, for that moment, what you see is the grace and anointing of God upon them. You see, someone may be anointed and still have a lot of personality issues. The anointing does not make a man perfect. In fact, the anointing does not change a man unless he earnestly desires for the Spirit of God to transform him. So we have a lot of anointed men of God who have serious issues and weaknesses, and most of them refuse to work on those issues because they will tell you that they are anointed. And the person who bears the brunt of this man hiding behind the anointing to be less than his best self is the Osofumami, his wife. And she has to cover him and make him look good with the members of the congregation. It is true that there is the Osofumami who runs the church through her husband, or even directly, or ignores the husband and does her own thing. It is true that there is Osofumami who countermands any decision of the board of deacons and the church council that she is not happy with. But that kind of Osofumami is in the minority and does not reflect the average pastor's wife's conduct. Now, if you are wondering why I am talking about pastor's wives this morning, it is because yesterday, Wednesday, 10th April, I spent the morning with about 60 of them at a pastor's wives program at the ICGC Holy Spirit Temple at Adenta, Fafraha. The highlight of the program for me is that I got to meet one of the special servants of God, Reverend Prophet Yaw Ano and his wife. I was blown away by the humility and the modesty of the man of God. Reverend Prophet Ano has a very powerful ministry, and yet he carries his fame very lightly. Thank you, Prophet Ano. You humbled me with the way you received me and welcomed me with such open arms. And I also celebrate you, Mama Ano. Your passion for the work of God I expected. What I did not expect is your creativity and excellence with design and decor. And Prophet and Mama Ano, because of your initiative and your fellowship with me yesterday, I salute all wives of pastors this morning. You, the wives of pastors, are the unsung heroines of the Christian faith. You can be sure that your service in and to the Lord through your husbands will not go unrewarded. And gorgeous, that's my presentation this morning.
Uncle, thank you for paying tribute to the wives of pastors. The burden of the pastor's wife.
It not be easy.
No. Me, I don't even want to imagine it. I have a colleague whose husband is a pastor.
Yeah.
And I was asking her, so what do they bring to you? That day, I regretted asking the question. Yeah. Calling you at midnight with all their issues.
You were shocked at the heavy burden she was carrying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but Uncle, maybe Mama V also doesn't carry that burden. But even as journalists, sometimes. But anyway, good morning, Uncle.
How about you say?
Uncle, I got
my favorite about you say.
Uncle, I got your message yesterday.
Okay.
So Captain Bay was here. So thank you very much.
All right.
That's the message.
I understand the code.
On behalf of the team, thank you once again.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you. Now let me.
Welcome, but because of Mama V, you may have breakfast next week because she will exercise the option whether to share it with the rest of you or take it all home.
As for this one, she will not take all of it home. Some will go home, and that's why the emphasis is on all. Women sometimes. There's one thing I like about women. Wherever they go, whatever they get, some must go home.
Oh, yeah.
And so if men, we get things and we're like, oh, come on, I don't eat outside. I don't like that. They say, hey, if you eat outside, bring it home. But Uncle, I was saying...
You've reminded me of my mother when I was a boy. Anytime she went to a funeral, she must bring something home. She always, somehow... She always brought something home.
They are like that. I mean, that's for that aspect of women. They'll bring something home. So if you also go and they give you something, don't say, oh, me, I don't like it. If you won't take it, bring it home. It's nice.
We will give it away to a side chick.
Sometimes, girl, you won't take it. But
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even want to take it. But always take something home. You must learn that one from the women. But Mama V was talking about questions about what pastors go through. But I was just saying that if you're a journalist and you don't, sometimes there are certain times that you could be receiving calls even at midnight. And so, if you are a married man, when you receive the call and you know the person, you actually mention the name. I'm sure Uncle knows. You mention the name just to know that, it is this person who has called.
Yeah.
Because when you get calls, and the times you get calls, 10:30 p.m., 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. And sometimes it could be some of the most irrelevant calls. Somebody could call you and say, have you heard this guy? This Nollywood actor is dead. Sometimes you don't even know his name. But,
yes.
They're actually asking you. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. But as for being a pastor,
No, being a pastor's wife.
Pastor's wife.
Yeah.
But as of mommy, but they are supposed to be, if you can't go to the pastor, you sometimes go through the soft mommy.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Meanwhile, also for may not have performed well last night.
That one.
And you expect also for mommy to be cheerful, and she's not. And she can't talk about it.
Oh,
that's the painful bit, Uncle.
She must learn to be cheerful.
Yeah, the fact that you can't talk about it.
She doesn't have
You
to.
can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because who are you even going to tell? Who are you going to tell? I was gorgeous. I was at the church when my book Let's Talk About Sex came out. A church invited me to speak on sex, and so I did. And when I finished, the pastor decided to, as it were, as most pastors do when you visit their churches, no matter what you say, they would also add their two pence to it. And so I finished, and the guy takes this thing, and he's going on and on. And I was sitting on the high table with the pastor and his wife. And then the woman, while the husband was going on, turns to me and says, "Papa, asemoho, pa, nenso one why na ekoka."
Oh, he's not
My heart was
practicing what he's
broken.
preaching.
Yeah, my heart was broken. Papa, asemoho pa.
Well, that's why there's an uncle. So, Uncle, you too sorry, why? The burden of an uncle white.
Yeah, I think one of these days we'll do a program being Uncle White.
Yeah.
Would love to
because
listen.
Gorgeous and About you said sometimes somebody comes and shares something with you, they leave feeling very light, and you spend 3 days or to a week over recovering from the toxic material that has been poured on you. Because the information is so sensitive, you cannot share it with anybody else. And yet it is so dynamite, and you have to learn to deal with it. And I have learned to deal with it. My wife knows the signs, so when she sees me in a certain mood, she knows keep off him, because he's having to recover from something.
Yeah. Well, good morning to Auntie Flo, by the way. Please say hello to her.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Auntie Florence. I always struggle to get the name right.
But today you got it right.
Because I said Auntie Flo.
Oh no. I mean, I remembered today because I always struggle, but it's registered up here now.
Okay.
What is it?
Anytime, if you forget, just remember this: that I am a man who is afraid of R and L. How come I married a woman who has both in her name?
Yes. It was actually supposed to help you learn how to say it. Because everything can be learned. It can be learned, and so it's good that you marry Florence.
To learn how to say it right.
Yes, so every time you want to pronounce the name, you are careful and you say Florence. But like we always say, I was telling Uncle the last time, there's a source of error that we call transfer of training. And transfer of training basically is teacher-induced error, or error, teacher-induced error. Because, what your teacher knows, the likelihood that you would learn same is very high. And so depending on where you studied and the challenges of your teacher, but also there's always what you call a mother tongue influence. And particularly the L is a mother tongue influence when it comes to Akans. Because like we see, there's no L in Akan. The L sound is not in Akan. It's actually in Gomwa, which is used in what the linguists call free variation, as in if you replace it with another sound, it gives you the same meaning. So, mele, mede, mese is the same thing. Just remove the L, put D is the same, put S is the same.
Yeah. Yes.
And so there's a problem there, and we can understand. So we try as much as possible when we come across these persons to remind them that it is doable. You can say it right.
But maybe.
Yes, Uncle.
The professor has taken us to school.
And sister.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Do you guys have time for a little joke before we go?
Please do.
Do you have the time?
Oh yes, please we do.
Because I'm going to say something based on what you said, Winston, about the teacher-induced error.
Sure.
And this joke, I owe this joke to a friend of mine, Reverend Yabuama. He talks about, in the days when there used to be education officer who goes around schools to check on the quality of teaching going on.
Okay.
And sometimes when the teacher is called out of the classroom, they often have takeover and hold the class till the teacher comes back.
Right.
So this inspector gets to this school, and the teacher, to impress this education officer, is teaching them words. And so he has a number of words on the board, and he points to them. And then, like radio, and then the children will go radio. Football, and the children will go football. And then he gets to this word, and he goes elephant. And the children go elephant.
Yay.
And he goes over all the words. Then the headmaster sends for the teacher. So the teacher steps out. And the education officer decides to hold the listen. So he goes over the words. Radio, football. And he goes on and gets to this word. This word that the teacher has taught the children is elephant. And he says, elephant. And the children go, elephant. Now the teacher returns to the class, and his beloved elephant has become elephant. He does not say anything till the education officer leaves the school and then come and see him. When in somewhere, so word we ye school na ye elephant. Now, so why you meeting one kind? Say, if you never you become an elephant. Oba ye friend in China catch them here. We be jina class ye nim and a woo go me nim as say me nim she. So in time me was school no. Na sa word way a elephant. Now, what decided say ye fin never you be an elephant. Oba ye na ka friend in China wa catch them. And that's the joke.
Oh no, but is you see here, because pronunciations could change. And so you must inform him. But this one is teacher-induced error. And
this is a teacher-induced error.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's Mama V, there are if you meet a Korean, he finds it very difficult to say phone. He would say, "Give me my phone."
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, I've had Korean friends who have struggled.
Phone.
Yes, and we actually, so unless they are cautious, they try. And we say that we say that difference is difficulty from your mother tongue. But the good news today is that because a lot of people, start with English, a lot of the children start with English, they don't have these influences that we had, because in the past we, were speaking our mother tongues, and then we went to school, and then now you are told, today is and then whatever. Yeah. Anyway, Uncle, thank you very much. So we'll look forward to next week, Monday.
You see, that's why he remembered Florence. It's because of next week.
Next week, yes. Next week, you see, yes, because I know that Auntie Flo will do the do. That one, the whole house looks forward to that day, because they say like, as a morning show team, we can smell something. We can smell something. No, I'm on for better tell abonano. What's our oh no, so it's
guys,
like that.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
Oh,
thank you
enjoy
very, very
it
much.
as well.
Have a fantastic weekend.
All right, thank you
Sure,
very
Uncle.
much. That's Uncle Abel White with Food for Thought. He's back on Monday with another Food for Thoughts. This is actually like an extended version of Food for Thought. I hope you enjoyed it. Elephant Spa.
Mama V, you see, it is possible. It is possible, and that's just because a lot of people, somebody will say I'm giving a lecture.
This one there is not a mother tongue induced error.
No, but it could be teacher induced. So it is teacher induced error. So that's what the teacher knows. But look, let's not write anything off. In fact, there's something we used to do times back. We called it contrastive analysis, error and contrastive analysis. The whole idea was to study different languages, to study two languages, and you find out areas of similarities and differences. The idea is that where there are similarities, it is easy. Where there are differences, there are difficulties. So we say difference is equal to difficulty. Why? Because you may not be used to it. So, for instance, meet the usual Akan, the regular Akan, who spent all his life in his home region, who speaks his mother tongue. Ask him to pronounce a word like Agbogba. Agbogba. He will tell you Aboba. Aboba, because where are you going to hear a sound B in Akan? It's not there.
Right.
So because he doesn't have that sound in his mother tongue, it's actually a difficult thing for him. So if you had some knowledge of Akan and you were going in there, you would know. So for instance, if you have knowledge of Akan, you know that there's no L in Akan. So a typical Akan area, you know that it is going to be difficult for people to actually pronounce the word L. I know that people have said, oh, but how about lorry? It's borrowed. Lorry. The rest are borrowed words. But the indigenous Akan words, you don't find that in there. So it creates a difficulty. And it's the same. So if you're looking at, say, Ewe, and there are some words that are difficult to pronounce because you don't find it in Ewe, you would have to understand it. If you know it, you move on. And that's how we go about it.
Right.
Okay,
right.
That's how we go about it. And so you've seen the Germans and how their, V becomes, their W becomes V all of a sudden and all of these things. Yeah. It depends on where you find yourself. That's why we say that a teacher with contrastive knowledge, all things being equal, will be a better teacher within the shortest possible time without than a teacher without contrastive knowledge.
Right. Well, thank you for the lessons, ancestor. We're learning a whole lot more here on the Super Morning Show. So it's the Holy Ghost Temple. Karen, thank you very much. Not Holy Spirit Temple. All right, that's where Prophet Yao Ano, that's where his church is.
Oh, Mama V, my friend Daniel Agala, we call him Dansla. He says, I beg, stop the professorial lecture to justify the teacher. From childhood, we all know the pronunciation of elephant. I am not defending
the teacher. Didn't get the memo.
Now, this is just a way of explaining something.
Yeah,
it's not the teacher.
We understand.
So, Dansla, I am not defending the teacher. And he has a very common insult when I say, when Dansla wants to insult, he says, your face. So, Dansla, your face.
Listen, join us. It's a holiday. Let's have fun on the Super Morning Show. Send your WhatsApp messages to 055-1111-997. But also, we'll be talking about the essence of Eid al-Fitr, right?
Yes, we have to talk about it. After fasting for 29, 30 days, what does it all mean? And now that we're done with the fast going forward, what must we do?
Social media messages brought to us, first of all, business minutes, often brought to us here on the Super Morning Show by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the Generator Experts, and Waikari Capital together towards tomorrow.
And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sales of ultra-silent generators from 5 kVA to 2,500 kVA. And we're going to take maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. We also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators and do generator rentals. We have branches nationwide. You can locate our latest branches in Amrahia Frames Oil on the main Adenta Dodua Road, East Legon, Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomric Hotel, Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and Kaswa off the Wager Kaswa Road near Simaf Cement Depot, and at Odoko where they have their head office, number 77 Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road. Call 0243 480334.
coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. Mala 2 from NS Chemist for the effective treatment of malaria in both adults and children. Listen, when the pain is too much to bear, please grab Rapinol. Rapinol, the rapid pain reliever.
And you know, every day people face different emergencies: police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you'd always want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank Money emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more, even without data. So there's no need to panic when you find yourself in any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
All right, and big stories brought to us on the Super Morning Show by Telecel, connecting energies. Latest film, Your Partner for Life and Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
And you're about to have the world at your fingertips because the wait is finally over. Telecel is here. Now you have everything you want and need. Quick and reliable communication, stress-free money, transactions via Telecel Cash, transforming your big business ideas into success stories with Telecel Business and more. Connect with Telecel and enjoy a world of endless possibilities, because with Telecel, there's no limit to connections. Telecel, connecting energies.
Now, dreaming of the perfect sofa to upgrade this year, your dream sofa is now a reality at Latest Firm. Introducing our sensational V sofa range, where comfort meets style at prices that will make your heart skip a beat. Hop into any Latest Firm showroom nationwide to dive into a world of colors and choices. From the sleek L-shaped V sofa at just 3,100 Ghana cedis to the complete V sofa set for an unbeatable price of 6,500 Ghana cedis, you have the opportunity to elevate your living space with Latest Firm, your forever partner in comfort and luxury. Hurry, your perfect sofa awaits. Latest Firm is your partner for life.
Maybe let me say good morning to Professor John Japon. And Professor Japon says, great lesson on languages. You should have been a Liverpool fan.
You never walk alone,
well, you walk alone by the end of the season. Anyway, let me tell you about the Equity Corporate Health Plan, because in today's competitive business landscape, a healthy workforce is the foundation of success. That is why we've designed our corporate health plans to empower your employees and enhance your organization's performance. With Equity Health Insurance, you're not just investing in insurance, you're investing in the future of your company, and our plans are tailored to meet the unique needs of your employees, providing comprehensive coverage and incomparable benefits. Our commitment goes beyond paperwork and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we stay with you all the way. Call us on 0501 515 124 or 0506 607 910, and let's serve you better. Equity Health Insurance, here for you.
Wake up. Good morning. Good morning.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Ladies and gentlemen, Telecel is here!
Telecel, connecting energies.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future, together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Hey, Cashman.
Yeah.
Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes.
If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Hey, gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
Waikari Capital. We are a multinational fund management company regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Our aim is to help our customers thrive by enabling them to achieve their lifetime financial goals while investing their funds in ways that create a positive future for them, their families, and their businesses. In this way, we help them to create the best life. Speak to us today. Call us on 050-157-7546 or 050-157-7547. Visit www.waikaricapital.com. Waikari Capital. Together towards tomorrow.
Sassy in your cup. Just take me higher. Party ranking alongside. A long time some boy feel now. Put up on the throne, boy. Yeah, they can dethrone we, boy. A new tune for the girl. Another new dance a long time. Can dance Shakira Kaida. From Lagos down to Ashiyama. You are my girl, you girl. So why your body over? Yeah, no I say. If I can cool when you dance it your way. A long time on a rave. A long time on a brave. A long time on a rave. So no boy can't put me in a cave. Tell them say them can't touch this a one year. Tell them say it a burn hot like the sun, yeah. Tell them say you know the shot in a Botswana. Tell them say better than Tony Montana. Mad, better than bad, sadder than sad, going other than hot. Only the dragon like Cisco. Yeah. Remember we are run up the disco. Me say that Junior, slap way upon the street. Every time girl walk in and a top up on top, we are give them down your day. Me say that Junior,
sausage. Ole,
coffee in your cup. Enjoy on a set. The Super Morning Show is always the best.
Check out your wallet. Me love you very long. Pass me your love like a ping pong. Cause you ring my bell like a ding dong. Oh, cause this love ain't no good trouble no one. I know the feeling is strong, but you is a bandit. Never love another like. Go tell my friends them that he would die for me. Go tell my mama, go tell my papa that he would die for me. Go tell my friends them that he would die for me. Go tell my mama, go tell my papa that he would die for me. For so long I've been waiting, waiting for your love and your body, come take up the money, pretty baby, I'm a honey, we love you for a very long time, you know me when you get your back.
Boss, I went to the girl. Give me the Chinese wine, don't you fear? Are you got the wickedest time? You set the pace and the rest them a follow you. Give me the access time. Ready to pay and I want you wine. Easy you blow my man, cause the way you are one make me put it forever. So give me the go-go wine. Give me the go-go wine. Give me the go-go wine. Wine for me. Hey, give me the go-go wine. Give me the go-go wine. Give me the go-go wine. Easy, wine for me.
I walk in the club with my girls on my heels on. Look fly, all the boys wanna feel some. Club burning, me I be the reason. See the say I they change season. Yeah, I
had to blow his mind. Cost of the way, had to turn and wine. Never met a girl with a swag like mine. It's easy, baby, one of a kind. Girls winding, go-go dancer. Sick timing, go-go cancer. Like a champion, no panther. Definition of a diva, I'm the answer. Make a holler to my girls, hands up. Big boys, let me see you put your hands up. Hey, blow some money. I'm back with the bank.
Baby girl, I know fit how your loving the sweet me. See the way you make me feel like saying on my birthday. Hey, you the tingling on my heart. You the tingling on my heart. You the tingling on my soul. You the tingling on my soul. Now you be my star, oh baby. Now you be my sunshine, honey. Without you, how I will shine. If you leave me, how you go be? Baby, when you call my name, it make me to cool my temper. Hey, Biko, come back to me. Eva, Eva, eh. Eva, 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 eh. Oh, oh, oh. Eva, 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 eh. Sucka, sucka. Eva, 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 eh. Oh, oh, oh. Eva, 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 eh. Listen up, suck, see. Some just they talk say me and you no go last year, but I know the shake oh baby, cause I love no be wanting to fair. My friends say me they wonder before how we they play this loving. Now because we love each other, let the content tell us things. You're my one and only. You the sick like honey. You the make my heart go tingling. Eva, 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 oh. You're my one and only. You the sick like honey. You the make my heart go tingling. Your love no be one thing different. I said you got me this and you got your swan. Just so back in my way media. I'm matching with the booty to the swat. On a board in Amebia.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Ever since she came out, I never felt this way before. Yeah, Moko boy, daddy. See, baby, I will hold you. I keep your heart, girl. I never let you go. Come on, oh, bye, baby, yeah. Oh, bye, baby, yeah. I never think that I'll go fall in love like this again. Oh, bye, baby, yeah. Bye, baby, oh. Hey, baby, oh.
What else? I'm gonna be bumping it. Yeah, I can see my shorty from the driveway. Up and in the pedal, so what can I say? Anything we do it our way. How many times with a kiss? All day. When I jam in the foot back, I shine it. Me when I'm a put do a baby. Or coming home from nothing up to the payday. Could they do the JJ? See, girl, me a one drop kiss. Can you give it to me like this? Yeah, go shopping, I forget the prices. So we tell the hop on them and the ISIS. No matter what come again, and also be a crisis. But the feeling when you wanna do the right thing. Make I put a ring on it, and me forget the strike game. Big cars, more money, come sugar my thing. Listen to the song I sing, but it's
everybody say, if you like it, good day. If you like it, bad day. Anything when you do for this life, my brother, not for your head, oh. This one not true story, oh. They Martins, that's my head. Anyhow, when we the crash, they go. I saw the people, they my mental, oh. If you get the money, you no get it. I saw some people go the best, say. If you talk, you no talk, they go say you to talk. Make we just take jolly, they go. Them mama, them papa, make you hear me, well, hey. Who God has blessed, no one can call.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Everybody say love is not like this. Call me T-Maya, just because I'm getting higher. Bad belly people, then they wonder. Hey, my brother man, they strike like thunder. Say, them they call me T-Maya. Now me be a berry papa, wanna buy us. Hey, everybody done begin they wonder. Say me Maya, they play like a bazooka. Say, chai, now me be the toya. Be like canary girl, poya. Hey, everybody wanna toya. Mama and papa, them they begin to the poya. Chai, say now me be the toya. Hey, everybody
Everybody wanna fire, mama. I'm a party thing, but they wanna fire.
Dance and get active. I want make it get interactive. Tell coward we preach we in practice. No say veteran I want with tactics. Yeah, let me tell you what the fact is. You can't take me down in no conflict. You think so you bad, you know bad like me shoe. Can be done out your face in a one kick. Hey, give the monkey banana. Somewhere on marijuana. Crack and cocaine can't save you. Cause of that a mash up the youth in the corner. Hey, I want to do dirty life. I want to do dirty lie one. We can thinking that he want try man. Go back to school and learn. Cause you know say them style can't sell in a Thailand. Suwane, say them on the dance all king. Suwane, with them flip and them flop sing. Suwane, with them yip and them yap sing. Suwane, come make we kill them with the rhyme, kill them with the vibes. At the Animwaa you the echo the issue she live on the over quick baby fair party. At the Animwaa you the echo the issue she live on the over quick baby fair party. Believe some me don't scatter bad mind. 6 feet underground with them bad vibes. Bring beef and we feed it to the dogs. Cause you know we love with vegetables and the right rice. I realize them a selling on the songs there. Them a chat illusion in all the songs there. Bare fiction and rhymes with no content. And them can't take we heat in a contest. Don't throw a unu na bang 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 sa all day. Don't throw a unu na bang 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 sa all day. Don't throw a unu na bang 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 sa all day. Don't throw a unu na bang 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 sa.
Ghana girl say she want marry me yo. I hope that she sabi kukuwache. Hope your love go sweet past she talk. Baby girl, I say your body na killer oh. Oh, yeah, I get it tired of your body. Oh, yeah, only on your body. That girl for the corner, there's somebody made a call. I'm where see the wine, I see fire for her body. Oh. And if you follow me, go now, enjoyment go kill 'em. Baby girl, you body, girl, the way you whine, I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Say you are my woman, my superwoman. I demand over you, girl. I demand over you, girl. Anything I go do for you, get the out of my mind, out of my mind. Anything I go do for you, out of my mind, out of my mind. Kaya mata for you, on top your mata for you, plenty raba for you, plenty raba Kaya mata for you, on top your mata for you, plenty raba for you.
Baby, who the man who my fool? I'ma let you activate me. You captivate me. You dey calculate me. You dey saturate me. I'ma get you activate me.
You activate me.
You dey calculate me. You dey activate me.
You activate me.
Woman, they got a back a very big and never sing. Take over the thing, can't play the magazine. You feel know you are the girl I'm a king. Woman, they got a back a very big and never sing. You make a Batman one do the thing. Long time you are the woman I'm a king. One God will be up on the thing.
I wanna believe her, she was a diva. Oh girl, you have my dream. Mama want me, let me get that thing. Chilling with someone, they shouldn't be me. I wanted to keep her, but she be cheater. Me, I don't want no relationship. Mama want me, let's make some kiss. Mama tell me what's your decision. This is a song for my beautiful girl. You don't need to be told, baby. Joy, 89.7
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. Enjoy 99.7
Shawty want $1 million. Say make a wire. Tell me to wanna cover my girl. She say all her friends
love this station.
leave me la vida loca. If only me my lover. Yeah, you for there for me. You for there. When the boy they hunger, I for die for you. But you say if you don't get money, I hide your face. I hide my face. Make another man picking on my race. I love you, no mean say. If you say make I put one up for fire, fire, burn. I go put one for fire. You know mean say. If you say make I put one like for fire, fire, burn. I go put like for fire.
Finally, I see your face. Ooh, oh my days. I've been out here looking for you for days.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. Enjoy 99.7 FM.
Connect within your back. Say make a defend. I know fit to defend. Even if I play.
congratulations to Muslims. In fact, a few Muslims in your stations, and those of you who also solidarize with us around this time. I mean, thank you so much, and congratulations, and to Muslims across the world.
Thank you very much.
Such a great day.
Thank you very much, because for those who joined you, you're actually talking to one of them, yours truly. Mama, if you don't say anything.
I supported.
You support, but I supported. At least I did 2 weeks.
I didn't fast.
I did 2 weeks.
Mama B, I thought you did a few days in solidarity.
I was emotionally with you.
Well, I always try, but I'm never able to complete. Maybe someday I'll try and complete. But Sheikh, so we've been talking about it. We've been talking about the period that you fast. It's just not fasting, but it's a period that you are also, dedicating your, self to the will of Allah and everything. Tell us its significance, why it's very important, and particularly within the times that we find ourselves.
Thank you very much. And like it's a basic knowledge that fasting is one of the pillars of Islam, and Ramadan falls within the 9th month of the Muslim calendar, the Muslim lunar calendar. The why we must fast has been made clearly and succinct by God Himself in the Holy Quran. And in talking about Ramadan, scholars will repeatedly refer to Quran chapter 2, verse 183 and ongoing. That where God says that, "Oh, you who believe, fasting has been made obligatory on you as it was obligatory on nations that came before you, so that you may attain God consciousness, or you must attain piety or the fear of God." In this particular text, in the wisdom of God, why fasting has been made obligatory on us has been made clearly. But the other point that needs to be noted is that fasting itself is not an end in itself. It's a form of devotion, but it is not an end in itself. It must lead you to something. That which it must lead you to is that sense of God's presence in your life. A sense of which translates in the kind of behavior you exhibit in terms of your sincerity to God, in terms of how you relate with God, your relationship with nature, your relationship with God, your maker, and laterally, how you also now associate with people of community. This is what the fasting is all about. And so the form of it is that we subject ourselves to the pain and agony of hunger and thirst as part of the test of our lives for 29 or 30 days, as you have already indicated. Now, it is important also to highlight the fact that if you consider Ramadan as a space in time, in other words, it's a space which we occupy within time. Because it's a space, we can illustrate it to also represent, if you like, a furnace or a crucible in which we subject a mineral, an ore, to heat, such that it will emerge as a refined material that can be used. Now to relate it, in other words, we Muslims in Ramadan are subjected to this kind of process of fasting, so that we will emerge as better people, more faithful to God. We will emerge as refined people, and that refinement must show or be expressed in the beauty of our behavior, the beauty that makes us relate in a better way with our God and with all elements of nature, including even our citizenship and how we relate with people, in people who are even not of our faith, how we relate to them. That refinement must come in our honesty, our sincerity, sense of devotion, mutual love, solidarity and sympathy with the needy, the afflicted of society, generosity, what we do to bring hope and smile on the face of the afflicted. But also the other side of it is that it's also a means to show our refinement in terms of how we eschew the vices of society, especially at a time when we know our society is afflicted by a lot of vices. Corruption is one of the major things now. So we must emerge as people who have a strong resolve to be part of the process to rid of our society of all the ills, including corruption.
Okay.
This is what I'm expecting from all Muslims across the world. Our youth, I expect them to become refined, as shown in how they are law-abiding, and their personal discipline is things that we want to see. So if you ask about the significance of Ramadan, there are a few things that I can mention to you.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I like what you've made. I mean, the point that you make. And so, talking about refinement as we go through the year, this is not just supposed to be a 1-month thing, but it's supposed to be part of our lives.
Yeah, a whole life project.
Great. We are very grateful. I know that you are preparing for, the prayers, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What time is it starting?
The chief imam will arrive at 10 a.m. He will be joined by the vice president and other very important dignitaries, including diplomats. And together we will sing the praise of God and give him glory, and also pray for our nation. Whatever is afflicting our nation, we want to put our forehead on the ground and call on him that he must intervene and do something radical that will change our circumstance.
Talking about radical, I'm just curious. What's that radical thing that we must do to change our circumstances?
Oh, you know, our economy now is not in the best of shape. And both governments and opposition, everybody, citizens, we all acknowledge that we are not in the best of economic shape. The situation is difficult, but we also believe that God is able to especially inspire our leaders, with the best of ideas that represents the radical solution to our problem. I mean, something must change. And I'm sure that God will do that for us as we inch towards our election or the end of the year this year.
And when you say you're sure that God will do that for us, an indication that you believe that God actually looks at our circumstances and chooses the leader that can best address our challenges.
Well, exactly. I mean, God does inspire us, even those of us who do the voting, and inspires us in different ways. And finally, like we all believe, we say it is God who installs the king. And we are hoping that based on his will and what is best for us, he will inspire us and give us the understanding of why we should vote, and then vote for whom we think will offer us the best of solutions.
Great. Sheikh Karim Yao Shaibu, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Pleasure. And Eid Mubarak to you also. And we wish you the best of the day.
Sheikh, our love to the Chief Imam.
Thanks.
Okay. Imam, we go straight to Tamale South. We're a member of parliament for Tamale South. Haruna Idrisu is joined us on the phone. Honorable, Eid Mubarak to you.
Eid Mubarak to you and to the entire Muslim Ummah of the world, and in particular Ghana, and more especially to Sheikh Shabutu, our national chief imam, that Allah wa ta'ala should bless all of us with the rewards of the holy month of Ramadan. Ramadan is significant for every Muslim because the Quran was revealed during the period of Ramadan, and Laylatul Qadr, the month worth more than 1,000 months, is in the month of Ramadan. It is my expectation that the National Chief Imam and all other Muslim heads, be they Sunni, Tijaniya, Ahmadiyya, Shia, will pray for the peace and blessings of our country. It is our prayer that we have a conduct of a peaceful, free, fair, and credible elections in Ghana in 2024. And may God Almighty usher in a new government that will look at the priorities of our country and develop our country. So that is our prayer. The Holy Prophet Muhammad Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to say that the test is gone, the veins are moist, and the reward is assured if Allah wills. A hadith of the Holy Prophet, whenever he was able to make a fast. But the significance is, can we continue the discipline that Ramadan guided us onto? If we are able to do, then we have succeeded in the eyes of Allah on the righteous path. We abstain from food, from drink, except from ills in worship of Allah. We need to continue that even beyond Ramadan. And that has always been the human challenge, or the challenge of us as human beings. May Allah guide us onto the right path.
Amen.
Amen. And
Amen.
so, Honorable, anybody would want to wish Eid Mubarak? Are you in the constituency though?
Yes. I'm in Tamale. I prayed yesterday at my mother's village, my village, where I'm bound, the airport road. It was nostalgic and homecoming, going home to my family home to pray. A few years ago, I used to go to farm in Wayamba, and I was sharing a joke with a friend of mine that if drinking cocoa was to be a Guinness Book of Record, drink a ton, I could win that of drinking cocoa in Wayamba. I still remember my auntie Adama Sokong, who used to serve me porridge every morning with 2-3 cubes of sugar. Some 30 years back. And then I walked between Wayamba and Damakunga. So yesterday I went home. That is the essence of Ramadan. Kinship, family ties, bonding, and love for one another, and the solidarity. I have always believed in the saying that love your neighbor like thyself means do not injure your neighbor. If we love each other, we will not hurt each other. May Allah see Ghana through its competitive presidential elections. I wish all of us good health and long life and the prosperity and blessings of our country. I listen to Animwaa Check, and we only can ask for God to intervene. The hardship in our country is unbearable, it's unacceptable. Allah wa ta'ala, look at what we're going through and save us and save this country.
Thank you very much. But anybody you want to wish Eid Mubarak to before you go? Anybody you want to wish Eid Mubarak before you go?
To the entire Muslim Ummah, to their family, and as I said, to the regional chief imam. And my prayer is for John Mahama to president of our republic to save our country with the majority in parliament. I like that wish.
Thank you very much, Honorable Haruna Idrisu.
It starts within the first 30 minutes baby is born till the time the child is 6 months old. Grandma,
Grandpa,
husbands.
let's all come on board Good Life and insist that our child takes only breast milk for the first 6 months. No food, no water, no gripe water.
Breast milk has all the nutrients the child needs to grow strong and healthy. So I ask, how is your good life?
Remember that exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months is best for baby, and good growth starts with right nutrition at birth. Good Life, live it well. It's an everyday thing. Good Life from Ghana Health Service and partners with support from USAID.
Hey, welcome back to work.
Charlie, thanks, bro. Thanks,
the
bro.
malaria really knocked you down, eh?
Charlie, no joke. Hey, fever, headache, vomiting, loss of appetite. I couldn't even eat my usual fufu.
You and fufu?
How we go do it?
I hope you got tested before the malaria treatment.
Oh, yes, I did. And thanks to Malatu, I kicked out malaria one time.
Sharp. Anyway, sorry to ruin your excitement, but your boss asked of you.
Okay.
She says she has plenty work for you.
No problem, Charlie. Strength day.
You see,
When malaria strikes, take Malatu, containing Artemether and Lumefantrine. Comes in tablet and suspension for the effective treatment of malaria in adults and children. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor. Malatu is manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Are you a corporate organization, e-commerce business, individual or student looking for a trusted courier company where you can track your package and receive SMS alerts to keep you posted? At IAS FedEx, we move your documents and parcels with care to the destination of your choice. With offices across the nation, we happily deliver your package to your office or the comfort of your home. With the assurance of safety and affordability giving you peace of mind, IAS FedEx has your package in good hands. Call us on +233 501 605,000 or +233 501 631,000. IAS, licensee of FedEx.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model, securing your safety, creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Imagine going to your favorite wache joint and Amalia tells you, boss, wale is finished, curry is finished, and shit or cry is finished. So that thing can pain. Now compare that feeling to having everything you want on your wache with lay, gari, and plenty shit off peche like that. Just like that soche wache, that's exactly what Akwaba Magic gives you. Enjoy rich Ghanaian stories like the second season of the legendary Inspector Bediako, the captivating Madame, and so much more on DSTV channel 150 and GoTV channel 102. Akwaba Magic, dear. Enjoyment and kazankasa. Now available on DSTV Access and GoTV Plus. Akwaba Magic, Ghana's most loved storyteller.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Check this out. FOI, with your favorite producer, Roro.
Toga tenanta bilo, maso yata hito. Aske kamanta ularwa, uduri toga udurwa. Kauna sube kamaruwa sinaria. Ya hali na lana nina farin zuciya. Yanni mawaima, yayi zango ashama, yayi kumasi ya babu, yayi Kano Kaduna, yayi Aceh Sakwato, yayi iyaye ma wai yayi, malamai ma wai yayi, kowa da kowa wai yayi, menene naka yayi.
Enfin venir au Brésil, au dos venir au Biassé. Enfin venir au Brésil, au dos venir au Biassé. Enfin venir au Brésil, au dos venir au Biassé. Enfin venir au Brésil, au dos venir au Biassé.
Iyalenki iyalaina ne, murnanki murnana ne, baciranki baciraina. Wayo mi da ma kuma yin nama fa mi da mi taba da yin nama fa ayoran kuwa. Iyalenki fa enya bona, murnana murnanki na ce fa enya bona, baciranki fa enya bona.
Abin shawa abin kauna, abin kallo kuma abin so, ka gan wance ba ka yace no, sabin kowa na lelo. Ai abata sun kasa, abinda aka rubuta an rubuta, ni ne nata ita ce nawa, komai za ku fadi ya zama iska. B.I.B. mu manya remu.
Something unique will be happening.
Okay.
It's an ultimate experience this May with the first ever Joy Prime cocktail experience. Now prepare to dive into a selection of signature cocktails and mocktails.
Really?
From classic mojito
Hey. Listen, the Obetis Lio.
and sex on the beach
Hey.
to refreshing margaritas and cosmopolitans and several a mouth-watering range of sizzling grills from pork to chicken. What is trying to tell me that? Of course I know it's a cocktail. You didn't know that was a cocktail.
No, but that's why I said that's Obetis Lie.
That's a cocktail. She knows that's a cocktail. But you see, from the mouth-watering range of sizzling grills from pork to chicken, the pork will be here.
That's where you come in.
Oh yes, I have made the necessary arrangements. For those of you who have enjoyed my pork all this, the party in the park to the 90s jam, the stands will be here.
Pork master.
Oh, you are going to love it. But there's more. We've got the beats to keep you grooving all day long. Mark your calendars for the 2-day experience on the 3rd of May starting at 4 p.m. and the 4th of May starting at 2 p.m. sharp at the Joy FM car park. Don't miss out on the fun. It's free actually.
So Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Friday we won't go home.
That be So we are sending the signal. For inquiries, call 0559-691797. The Joy Prime Cocktail Experience is brought to you by Joy Prime, the ultimate experience, and Franco Trading Enterprise, Steel Phone Papa Fie, and Captain Morgan and Velton's Beer, distributed by Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited.
You're sending the signals to the wives.
Yes.
We're also sending you signal.
Yeah, if you are here with us, why not? It means that you are here.
We can
But,
all
if you are not,
we can all spend the night out on Saturday.
No. But if you are not here with us,
Friday and then return.
No. But if you are not here with us, what can you do?
Return on
No, we are only reminding you that the boys will be out there. So if you want to see, come and see them here.
No, the girls will also be out.
Here?
Yes, here.
No problem.
We shall all be here.
We have not complained. We have sent our signal. You to send your signal.
Is it not sex on the beach?
Oh yes, there's no beach here.
I've got a birthday message going out to Monica Nyako of Christ the King Parish. 40 years of God's mercies and blessings is from your fellow parishioners to you, Monica Nyako. Happy birthday to you. And Eid Mubarak to Supreme Court Justice Isifu Omoro Tanko. May this blessed occasion fill your heart with joy, your home with happiness, and your life with prosperity. Wishing you and your loved ones a peaceful and memorable Eid celebration. And that's coming from Raymond Akwa and, of course, all of us here on the Super Morning Show. And sending warm Eid Fitl greetings to Jibrin Adam and the entire Legon City Malls and EPP team. May this joyous occasion bring you peace, prosperity, and countless blessings. Wishing you a wonderful celebration filled with happiness and togetherness. Another one from Raymond Akwa and, of course, the entire Super Morning Show team.
Mama V, today is the birthday of Stan Dogbe.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's Stan Dogbe's birthday today. So Stan Hwese Dogbe is his birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Stan Dogbe.
Yes, happy birthday, Stan.
Yesterday was also the birthday of Richard Otremante. So Richard Otremante, happy birthday to you, Richard Mante of KS Consult. Happy birthday to you and also the Forestry Commission. That's it from me, basically. And Eid Mubarak to all my friends. Redwan Idrisu, I call him Malam Janga. Malam Janga because he comes from Janga.
Eid Mubarak to Fentio. Tahiru Fentio.
Fentio no if he do that. No if he stand the fasting.
He did it.
He did the fasting, but around that time he took his leave.
Because you guys were disturbing him.
But Fentio, even though you are on leave, you know you must do the needful. We have been enjoying, the sheep meat with the lamb with you. So please, make it available with the stew and the rice.
Muftal. Happy Eid.
Well, my very good friend, Charles Benoniokain, says, please wish the following Eid Mubarak for me too. Harun Idrisu, Leila Pentel.
Oh,
How
yes.
did we forget her? Leila.
Yes.
And of Republic Bank, she's also been fasting. And Zakaria Al-Hassan, who's chief sub-editor of the Daily.
Muftau Nabila Abdullah, did he fast?
Yes, he fasted. Let me say good morning to my friend.
He was always looking cheerful around.
Yeah, when you are used to it, that's what happens. Let me say good morning to my friend Nana Haden. Of the Ghana Revenue Authority.
He didn't fast, did he?
Nana Haden didn't fast. Nana Haden likes the grills. He couldn't fast. He couldn't.
He's too hard to fast.
No, he can't fast. I'm not sure he can do that. Even not for 2 days. Not at all. He would struggle if he does it for 2 days. I mean, there are many of you who cannot do it for 2 days. It's obvious. But Mama V, the special prosecutor has also indicated that since 2023, he's been investigating some alleged corruption or corruption-related cases at the Scholarship Secretariat. So they are still ongoing, and he would brief us at the right time.
And that's because a petition was sent to the office to look into, on the back of the Fourth Estate's expose, to look into the rot at the Secretariats. And so this is actually news to all of us, really, because we didn't know that the Special Prosecutor's Office or the Special Prosecutor was looking into the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat. And he's been doing this since July 2023.
Yeah.
So any update from the office? What exactly prompted this investigation? Where are they with it?
Well, he's told us that is something that he's going to continue. So that's something that is ongoing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, since July 2023, this is what? This is April, right?
Mm-hmm. So let me just read a statement.
Almost a year, isn't it?
Let me just read a statement to you. It says, Mama V, let me read a statement. It says, the Office of the Special Prosecutor commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences at the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat circa July 2023. The investigation is active and ongoing. You may be contacted for assistance should the need arise. Please accept the compliments of my highest consideration. And that's addressed to Osman Abdullah Ayariga.
Because he petitioned the office, and apparently the office is already looking into it.
Well, let me say Eid Mubarak to my friend Saka Ayuba. He says, I shouldn't forget him. So, Saka, I won't forget you. Mama V, your friend is on.
Layla.
Hi, Mama V.
Yo.
You have found your voice, Layla. You have found your voice.
Ah, yes.
You've had something to eat this morning.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Layla, at least do top up.
Over, so you can eat all you can.
No, Layla. Considering the fact that you still have arrears, you should have started a top up immediately.
You are mean.
No, you can't do that. You have to wait for the celebration to be over before you start paying for what you missed.
Okay. Yeah, Layla has arrears.
She does, eh?
Oh, yes, she does. She knows why. We will not go into why she has arrears. But I know.
You know, I'm happy you know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know all those who have arrears.
So Layla, what does the month of Ramadan do for you in particular? What did you get out of the month?
Oh, so you see, I mean, the Quran tells us that it is prescribed for us to fast. And not just to fast, but to sort of renew our spirituality. And, you know, personally, the kind of work that we do, sometimes you don't get to be as devoted as you want to be, you know, because, as you know, the corporate setting doesn't always give you the opportunity as a Muslim to practice as you should. So the Ramadan period gives you that reminder that you should be conscious about what Allah has asked you to do. So I personally renewed my spirituality, and then also, you know, the peace and tranquility you enjoy, because we abstain not just from food and drink, but a lot of other vices that ordinarily you take it for granted. during Ramadan, you are conscious of the things that you do. And it's been very good. If you notice, I even stopped sort of communicating too much to you guys.
And I was missing you.
I realized I heard you. I heard you.
So what's up today? What's the family up to today?
Oh, so yes, today we are going to the old lady's house, the family house. We are going to do a lot of cooking. My sisters are coming, my brother. Everybody is meeting up at the old girl's house. There'll be a lot of cooking, frying.
Anila, are you going to prepare that
rice
and
don't
stew?
Ask me to bring you meat.
No, are you going to prepare that rice and stew?
Yes, shinkafa. Shinkafa that stew.
You call it what?
Shinkafa. I mean, rice is shinkafa, but that salad taste is different.
Shinkafa and stew.
Shinkafa the flow.
So Winston is not going to ask you to bring, but we're going to ask for location.
You're right, Mama V.
I'll give you location off air.
Oh yes, we need that location. We will be there.
That would be nice. I can't imagine hosting you guys in the house. I mean, it will be so much fun. Should have planned this earlier.
You see, we definitely would plan another one, but
inshallah.
Yeah, but Layla, before you go, any special persons you want to wish Eid Mubarak to?
Oh, definitely my family. Eid Mubarak to my mother, Hajia Saada, aka Victoria Adongo, formerly of PSAG. My big sister of Ghana Audit Service in Tamale, Edna Adongo. Don't be misled. We are Muslims, but some of us have Christian names.
Right.
So my big sister is Edna Adongo in Audit Service Tamale. My little sister Halifa Osabute of Haptel. And then my other sister Maha. My little brother, officer of the Ghana Army Service, Abdul Rahman. I wish all of them a happy Eid Mubarak of peace and joy in the coming year. Then let me just also use the opportunity to wish all our Muslim customers at Republic Bank a happy Eid. We want to share in all of us the joy that we celebrate today and the peace that we are expecting from Allah for the rest of the year. And thank you so much for the opportunity. It's a surprise. When Mbura called, it was like, my name is Isabel Mbura from Joy. Like, yeah, I know. What's going on?
What's going on?
This is really great. I appreciate it so much. And you've always been, such an inspiration, such support. And I do not take you for granted at all. So thank you, Joy FM. All the guys at Joy FM. Happy Eid to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's Layla, our very good friend with Republic Bank.
Communications manager at Republic Bank.
We are the one for you.
Yeah.
How did she say we should say
Chinkafa.
No. We're the one for you.
We're the one for you.
Okay.
Okay. I thought it was Chinkafa. I thought Chinkafa was Wache. Is it Chinkafa na Waki?
Yeah. The one that's like jollof.
But last time.
No, but the one that Raymond bought in Kumasi, the one that looks. That's Kwen. Okay.
The Stoneboy met. He went Stoneboy met Waki. I said Chinkafa na Waki was a word. Anyway.
Chinkafa is rice, eh?
But the way Stoneboy was doing this one, if you do the proper name, it's Chinkafa the Waki one. Anyway, you know how we do our things in this part of our world. Stay with us. DJ Obet is on standby.
Joy FM. I love this station.
TS, double R, baby, D Block, Joe Crack, this is history.
About the most joys, most guns, most super morning. And I don't gotta pull a trigger, I just blow kisses. Love Jada that hate rap. Upstate trying to get their weight back. About to go to K-Sack. Cause I made believe it's my voice, my flow that helped you to get in the league. Now I don't gotta suck to sell records. Get all out of character and scream and yell reckless. Listen to me, I'm the cat that'll sit in the tree and shoot the dog in the head while he pee.
and I'm just so cool. I probably could snatch chili from Usher in a club in Atlanta with no jewels. You always was pushed, you never was hard. You know who it is, Rough Riders and Terror the Squad. And make sure you remember this, my lifestyle remix. Kiss Joe Cracks and reminisce.
I wanna live my lifestyle. Never seen a brick, never seen a crack house. Wanna walk with the door, have your max out. Bring it on and I'ma show you gangsta. Y'all wanna live my lifestyle. Never seen a brick, never seen a crack house. Wanna walk with the door, have your max out. Bring it on and I'ma show you gangsta.
Boogie down with the Mac. Boogie down where it's at. Look around, hear the sound of these cats. Wanna clown, we react. Come on. Don't you know what you do when you fool with Joey Crack? I'm still the realest, y'all. Just pretend that you claim to death that we don't remember. Always thinking how you running the streets. Now I'ma leave you leaking under a sheet. What? With Joe Crack is costly. No cat can off me. They learned that when I sold lax on 4th Street. A few dudes crippled, number 2 veggie. It's more than obvious the Terror Squad crew deadly. What could we do to stop it? Everything new he cop it. Convertible blue 6 before you knew they dropped it. And even if they didn't, well, you would just assume me.
morning show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Okay. Well, normally we don't do sports on a holiday. But hey, Victor Achutamakulu is here. And once he's here, we have to do some sports. Also because yesterday and Tuesday night, Champions League football. Certainly not for those of us who are Man United fans. Samuel Adame supports Chelsea. Samuel Adame supports Chelsea. And in Chelsea's worst moments, he moved to Liverpool.
Oh.
And now Liverpool is also playing Europa. He says he's at Man City.
But me, I'm like a Barca original. It's just the boys who have influenced me to do my U. But otherwise, my heart is with Barca.
Barcelona.
Yeah, man.
Samuel Adame has flexible loyalties.
Well, it's like my mom who supports Kotoko, because all of us support Kotoko. If you come to a house, all the sons support Kotoko.
Yeah.
So when it comes to football, it's Kotoko.
You see,
my father supports Hazakes. And so yeah.
As for Sam, he's a pure glory hunter.
Yeah.
Where the Jews
glory. He actually makes the success has a lot of friends or family a reality.
So is he Arsenal now or Liverpool?
Oh,
because he keeps flipping.
Now he will be around
season's end.
Around Man City.
Come season's
end. Because the
end.
feeling is that Man City are still in the Champions League. Liverpool playing second-tier European football, Europa. So Samuel Adame will not go there. He will not go there. He left Liverpool when they were struggling last season. He said football is for fun. He's not going to.
But it was entertaining yesterday. I watched the PSG.
Barcelona.
I was watching it and I slept.
When they started, I thought it was PSG's game. Then just...
Barca grew into it.
Yeah.
It was. And I think Barca are playing they are in a time where they really are under no pressure. The manager is walking away at season's end. A lot of those players have job security in the sense that their contracts are not running out in a year or two. So they know that whatever happens to Xavi, whoever the new manager is not going to be emboldened to determine or decide that he's going to rip off their contract. And so they are playing with a bit more freedom and without the pressure that they were under, for example, about a year ago. And it's reflected in the performance and the results because they've won their last night, in addition, means that they've won their last 5 consecutive matches in all competitions. They are now unbeaten in 12 matches. It also helped that last weekend they were not involved in any competitive game, and so they had the weekend off to rest. And I think it reflected in the way the team played yesterday. Now you have so many little things coming together. So, for example, Rafinha until last night had not scored in the Champions League before. He scored twice. The second was a brilliant goal. You had Lamine Yamal having a breakout season, possibly the best right winger in the world right now, certainly at his age. And then you have the introduction of Pedri. He's returning from his 9th injury in the last 18 months or so, but in less than 30 seconds, he creates the second goal for Barcelona. And it makes you wonder if Barca and the ownership, particularly Juan Laporta, may be influenced by the run of results into reconsidering, even Xavi himself reconsidering the decision to walk away at the end of the season.
Who's making him walk away? Is it a team or he personally wants to leave?
I think quite a bit has changed because at the time he was appointed, it was more of a political mood than a sound technical decision, right? So Laporta, during their campaign season for the Barca presidency, used Xavi essentially as a tool to campaign that, look, I'm going to bring one of our own to come and coach the team. I think that since they started working together, he's come to the realization that as good as Xavi is, he perhaps was not ready for the Barcelona job. And so some funny things like the final group game in the Champions League match where Xavi drops Robert Lewandowski, and then the club president says, you can't do that. He's our biggest player in the team. He has to play every game because the fans will pay to go and watch him. And so within 24 hours of the squad being released, they call back that statement, and then you see Lewandowski's name in that team. the structure that he's had to work has also changed. I mean, the previous secretary for sports on the board walked away. The club sporting director also walked away. And so all the senior officers that he walked into the job with are no longer in place. Now he has to work with his former teammates, Deco, as his boss, right? And Deco is an interesting character because he has his own ambitions and relations. Remember,
he's an agent, isn't he?
Yes. But they say that he's put that on hold, but
he's the agent of Rafinha.
Yes, but they say Barcelona say that he's no longer running the company, so because there will be then a conflict of interest. So he's walked away from that job. At least that's what Barcelona say. But in the real world, it's difficult to convince me that he will be presented with a business opportunity to transfer a player and make, say, a commission of 2 million euros, and then he's going to look at that deal and say that, oh, I work for Barcelona, so I'm not going to make the move. So all of these things are in place. If he's going to stay, something has to give. I'm sure he will be interested in having a bit more control of the team itself and perhaps the quality of the brains behind the operation, because it is not the same team that he was working with when he first took charge. But I think they are in a very good position now. And if they make the Champions League semi-final, regardless of whatever happens domestically, you have to call that a successful season, because I don't think any Barcelona fan envisaged making it to the Champions League semis when the season began.
There's a second leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
PSG, can they make a comeback?
I think they can. The good news for them is that thanks to the decision to scrap the away goals rule, they only need to score one goal. And the contest is tied.
Really?
Yes.
So they need to win by a goal.
Win by a goal.
Ah.
So there's no away goals rule here. Otherwise, they would have been required to go into the Camp Nou and then win by a 2-goal margin.
Yeah.
Right? They only need to win by a goal to force extra time.
But this won't be easy because this will be an away match.
Yes, this will be and Barcelona typically have blown away PSG when they've had to play at home. I mean, remember the famous 6-1 game that and the other thing about PSG is when it comes to the big European nights, they are not exactly the sort of team you want to put your money on. Even in the seasons when they've made the Champions League semis repeatedly, I think 2020 and 2021, it came more of a surprise to us. They, over time, have not been able to build that character in the competition that would make you want to back them and say that they are capable of drawing from those experiences. But the thing about the Champions League is that, you know, those repeated disappointments, successive defeats, over time, it builds you up and it makes you immune to the pressures that will come with occasions like what they will face at the Camp Nou next week. So for every team that in the last 10 years or so have won the Champions League, or even the last 15 years, they would have had a history of near misses. Chelsea, their first Champions League title, had those classic ties with Liverpool and then Barcelona. Even in 2008, the John Terry slip. 2009, that last-minute Iniesta goal meant that they could not make the final. And then finally, even in 2010, they lost to the eventual champions, Inter Milan. And then in 2012, they finally won it. Borussia Dortmund themselves had gotten close. And even they still have not been able to win it. Bayern Munich, before they won it in 2013, had a couple of near misses. 2010 were eliminated by, lost in the final to Inter Milan. Had lost in the semi-final in the final in 2012 to Chelsea at their own Allianz Arena. The game where Didier Drogba converted that penalty. So there's a history of teams having to go through a cycle of torpor essentially before they arrive. At some point, it's going to happen for PSG. I'm just not so sure if this is the
Isn't it a disadvantage to still have Mbappe play for them?
It's not. I think it's... So here's how PSG play. They play through Mbappe without necessarily involving him in the build-up phase, right? So what they try to do is to create overloads on one side, concentrates their build-up on one side of the pitch, and then isolate him in 1v1 situations, or just ensure that he has about 20-30 yards of space in front of him so they can hit the balls either into feet, into the air, or in front of him, and then he can, because he's got an incredible mix of pace, dribbling ability, and ridiculous body balance and control to go with. Because there are players who are very quick, but they cannot maintain the same speed when they are dribbling, and even their balance. But he is right there with those outliers. So you can talk about Nazario Lima, Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo, Cristiano, Messi, Neymar, and then Mbappe. Maybe Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale was not a dribbler, but he had pace and he could carry the ball. So he has that ability. And for PSG, often you do expect that when they play that way, and that's what France does, right? And France are perhaps an upgraded version of what PSG attempt to do, in the sense that they are very, very functional. They don't mess around, not too much possession. What Daniel Crantin calls noisy possession, where they pass the ball often and with no penetrative power. PSG can sometimes get sucked into that. So yesterday we saw them a couple of times, and when they had those counter breaks where you would expect someone else to take responsibility, to lessen the responsibility on Kylian Mbappe, it doesn't always happen for them, and that's the problem. Sometimes he just has too much to do, because look, the reality is he's great, he's not Cristiano, he's not Messi. Those are the guys who, I don't remember the last time Cristiano had a bad game in the Champions League. Back when he was playing it, I don't remember the last time Messi had one. In the games that matter, they always showed up. Look, people just need to accept that we're back to the human era, right? The days of having Ronaldinho and Messi, Ronaldo dominates the game. Look, just to put matters into context about how crazy those, and it's not been too long, Ronaldo's era was. Erling Haaland, as good as he is, has to score 50 goals for the next 10 seasons to be able to mark or reach Ronaldo's tally. And that is on the assumption that Ronaldo does not score a goal again from now until he retires.
Well, on a lighter note, though, I was wondering how they were communicating, the players, the two sides on the pitch yesterday. Were they speaking English? Obviously, no.
You will be surprised about how intelligent footballers are. So, football has its own language. They don't sometimes need to communicate. For example, there is a 2v1, right? A player sees his teammates making a run, and so he has the ball, he wants to score. He doesn't need to say anything to the team. Once he sees that chance, he interprets it and can tell the possible outcome. Once he has the quality to execute it, he will play that pass. Conversely, when the defender spots that danger and realizes that his teammate is not close enough and needs to do something about it, he will react. And when they see each other, they will communicate, sometimes maybe with cues, and not necessarily.
Yeah, but I was even referring to like the opposite team.
Let me help you what Pello said to Kevin Prince Boateng. He was always calling for the ball, and Pello told him that if you are free, I will see you. You don't need to ask for the ball.
You don't need to say anything.
If you are free, I will see you. And Pello's control of the game was unique. He doesn't have a lot of speed, but he has a technique. He can spot you from. He just knows that this guy is free, and he gives you the pass. But you don't need to communicate a lot with. That's what footballers do.
Speaking of
speak a language, it's okay.
One of the strange things I've picked up about football was, and someone asked me this question about how, in front of 80,000 in crazy decibel levels, they still can hear each other when they're talking. Sometimes it can get so toxic to the point where it's actually hazardous to the player. So, Timo Werner, back when he was playing for RB Leipzig, in one of those games versus Borussia Dortmund, he needed to be given, I think, some earplugs, because he was hearing some vibrations in his ear at that time, and it was quite painful because of the noise levels inside that stadium. And it just tells you some of the things footballers have to deal with when they are on the pitch. It's not all fun and excitement, no.
Wow. It was entertaining, though. Yeah.
But we get part 2 of that next week.
But before you go, Arsenal and Bayern Munich. For all the Arsenal fans who still think they have hope, what do you say to them?
I think they still have hope, and that draw perhaps plays into Arsenal's advantage more than because there's one thing Arsenal have shown us this season, which is that games like this are perhaps better suited to them, or teams like Bayern are perhaps better suited to Arsenal's way of defending than many teams can cope with. Especially if you look at the pace with which Bayern broke and how easily they could fashion out chances on the counter breaks and all of that. Arsenal have matured to the extent. You know, when was the last time you heard anyone use the word naive when describing the things that Arsenal are susceptible to? It doesn't happen. They've become a bit more matured.
Yeah,
They've become,
I agree.
Yeah, a bit more conscious of the opportunities, but also of their weaknesses. And that is what sometimes informs how deep they defend and how compact the team is. It's not always nice. The players don't always enjoy it. And for example, against City after that match, the captain Martin Odegaard said that they had to do too much running without the ball, so much so that sometimes when they have the ball, they no longer have the legs to move to the other end of the pitch. And when you have the ball, you don't really have too many options when your teammates are not joining you. But essentially, playing that way is giving them a certain level of solidity. And more importantly, within that, they still find a way to create chances and then get that result. And this is one game where they wouldn't mind playing that way. Arsenal would not mind. And I like the fact that a manager like Mikel Arteta, who a lot of people believes is from that expansive attacking school of coaching, he will have the humility in between games when he realizes that his team cannot cope with the intensity of the opponent or cannot readily find solutions and are susceptible to counter breaks, to decide that, you know what, maybe for the next 2 or 3 minutes, let's sit deep, soak up the pressure, and then hit on the counter. And they've got the players for that kind of football. Fortunately for them, the 2-2 draw is essentially meaningless because, as I've said earlier, there is no UEFA Champions League away goals rule.
Exactly.
Which means that the 2 goals Bayern score
you all start
really
afresh. Show working.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Can we make reasonable predictions? Now we have to.
It is in Arsenal's interest to actually be eliminated and focus on the Premier League.
I think Arsenal will go through.
Oh, they should focus on the Premier League.
I think Arsenal. Football is such that you cannot slumber away all through the season, and then in one game suddenly find your rhythm. Be able to maintain intensity levels. That bit is physical. You can't fake it. You can't wish it into existence. You either have it or you don't. Again, Atletico versus Dortmund last night, we saw it. After 70 minutes, Atletico were gassed. Dortmund took advantage and then got their goal. So that's something Bayern need to figure out. And then there is having to find the tactical context to create the chances that they need to. And as Heidenheim showed us last weekend, as Bayer Leverkusen showed, as Borussia Dortmund showed us, Bayern can't always do that in the games that matter. My money is on Arsenal.
Well, we'll be here to discuss it.
All of your money on us now. Be careful.
Be very careful. Because the last time I was following the game, the boys who were betting, how dare you put your money on us now? But that's on a lighter note. The boys who were betting, Charlie,
the investors,
the football investors, Charlie, they got angry and started fighting. Folks, it's a holiday. Have fun, enjoy your holiday. That's all from us. My name is Winston. I've been here with
Mama View Sobaji. Thanks to Savio Davi and the entire team. Aaron and DJ Wobete. We're back tomorrow.